NBC Sports presents the high school football game of the week. Brought to you by Downtown Ford. For price, service, and selection, come on down to Downtown Ford. By Stark Area RTA, come ride with us. By State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By CCI, your telecommunications specialist. By Don Pablo's, the real enchilada. Let go, amigo. By Terry's Tire Town, one price does it all. By Subway, the fresh and healthy choice. By Canton Christian Fellowship, equipping families to reach the world. And by Bell Stores and Citco, when you're on the go. In week 9 of the regular high school football season, it was Warren Harding 31, the Massilion Tigers 27. Special teams a downfall that night for the Tigers, a plus for the Raiders, who ran 2 kickoffs back for touchdowns. Massilion feeling those problems are corrected. They're ready, having beaten North Canton, Perry, and Pickerington in the regionals. Warren Harding playing well, feeling they're ready tonight, beating St. Ignatius, Lakewood St. Ed, and Mentor in the regionals. Massilion 11-2, Warren Harding 13-0. Welcome to the state semis here at the Rubber Bowl Division I action. I'm Jim Johnson. With me doing the analyzing is Ed Glass. Ed, your thoughts?
Well, I think we're going to see two pretty similar football teams. They played an extremely close ball game in the 9th week of the season, with Harding coming out on top, mainly because of special teams. And, you know, at that point, the Tigers have had time to shore that area up. And offensively, they're going to look very much alike. They're going to work out of the shotgun much of the time. They've got great receivers. Harding will alternate quarterbacks with Coco and Phillips. Massilion will basically go with Martin at quarterback, but they will also bring in Himes every now and then if they want to run an option type series. So lots of similarities offensively. Defensively, they're a little different. Up front, the Tigers will run a 3-4, which is an offshoot of the old 5-2 defense, and Harding will run a 4-3. I think you can expect both of them to try to put pressure on the quarterbacks as the game develops. But this ought to be one heck of a football game.
And down to the guy on the sidelines for us, Dan Belford. Hello, Daniel.
Hey, guys. Great atmosphere. I mean, we have a matchup tonight that's worthy of the state championship game, but we're happy to bring it to you tonight. Warren Harding tonight would like to do some things they didn't do against Massilion last time. Number one is run the football. Richard Davis was shut down to 23 yards. He's been very effective in the playoffs with over 400 yards, as well as the 2-quarterback system. Defensively, they know they can come after you. They can do some good things. St. Edwards was held to 100 total yards rushing against this defense. As well as last week against Mentor, you've got the young man Abbott, who was a 3,000-yard passer. They sacked him 8 times. As coach implied, they want to get after the quarterback. And you talk about big playmakers. You have Mario Manningham with the kickoff returns, the punt returns. But on defense, they have Prescott Burgess back, 6'3", about 230, free safety. He can turn a game around by himself from that position. Massilion, on the other hand, would like to do what they did against Warren last time. Have Matt Martin throw for 3 touchdowns. Have 100 yards out of Ricky Johnson. And Terrence Roddy, who did not play in that game last time, is full go, and he'll be playing this evening. As well as big playmakers such as Devin Jordan, who has been awesome with over 20 catches, 5 touchdowns in the playoffs. Defensively, Sean Cravel has taken it to another level with 40 tackles, 10 of those for loss during the playoffs. These are two teams that can fly on this type of surface. We're going to do a little wandering around here before the kickoff to see if we have any slippery or icy patches. But, hey, speed is going to be prevalent tonight, and this is just going to be a whale of a ball game. Back up to you guys.
All right, Bells, thanks. And you folks at home, stay with us. The kickoff coming up after these timeouts. We welcome you back to the Rubber Bowl here at the University of Akron, and you look at some of the people trying to get in. I was told 20 to 25,000 expected in here tonight, and they're still backed up in traffic and people still coming through the gates. Warren Harding, the home team, just now coming on here to the Rubber Bowl as you take a look at Rick Sheffis and the Massilion Tigers forming up to our left, the scoreboard end. And here they come, the Tiger fans across the way. And we're looking for a classic. And as Coach Ed Glass, we were talking up here, and a lot of folks sticking their head in our booth saying, hey, Coach, what you think? And he says, pick 'em.
Pick 'em. It's a pick 'em. I don't think you could get a half a point from any bookie in the country.
You know, you look at Keys. Yeah, the kicking game really hurt Massillon in game 1. They said, we got a kicker back Schaefer who wasn't there in that game, and we made adjustments. We're ready there.
Well, the big thing, too, is they changed personnel on those teams.
Yep.
I mean, they've got a lot of starters out there now, and they didn't have that from what I understand.
That's my understanding also. So now you go to the quarterbacks. Martin playing very well for Massillon. They got Kokel and Phillips for Harding. You go to the running backs. It is Davis for Harding, Johnson for Massillon. That, to me, could be the key tonight. Can Davis have a game against the Tigers? They held him that first game in regular season, but in the playoffs, he's been averaging 130 yards.
Yeah, and, you know, Johnson ran well, I guess, in that first ball game. He had over 100 yards rushing, I think. So I think probably what the Raiders are going to try to do is shut him down and put some pressure on Martin, I would guess. And at the same time, Massillon is probably going to try to shut Davis down like they did the first time. I think he only had 40 yards or something.
Yeah, not many in that, but he's been going wild. He had 168 over Metter. Running a little bit late right now. Let's go down to the field and the Warren Harding Band and our national anthem. Solano, our statistician for this big one tonight. Right now, it's pretty well packed on the sides, goal line to goal line. They're starting to fill in the closed end of the Rubber Bowl. And again, a lot of people still out in their cars and a lot still lined up at the gate trying to get in here. Matt Martin of the Tigers, almost 2,000 yards in the air and 24 touchdowns. You throw in Mike Kokel and Mike Phillips of Harding. They've got over 1,600 yards and 13 touchdowns. And we talked about the running game tonight. Richard Davis of Harding, 1,300-plus yards, 16 touchdowns. Ricky Johnson's got 1,300-plus yards and 22 touchdowns. And there's Tom McDaniels of Warren Harding, who's won a couple of state titles, and the coach of Kent McKinley. He is very familiar about the battles with Massillon. And Warren Harding and the Tigers starting to get together. That's right. Tom just had the one state championship. Then Kerry Odakovic came in and won the second one with Tom Sumner at quarterback. But Harding and Massillon, as they should, renewing the rivalry. They'll try to play each year, and it should be always a great matchup.
Well, it certainly is. Great game. We're thrilled to be here.
Our age, we're almost thrilled to be anywhere.
Be anywhere. Yeah. The open end, the closed end of the stadium is still not full. So, you know,
well, but they're going to be coming in for the first half, I'll bet you.
Yep, they're still lined up outside.
Harding will kick it off. John Clemenfo has a seat at the 40. And this Division I state semifinal game is underway. And that kick booms in and through the end zone. So the Tigers will come out and start at their 20-yard line, first down and 10.
Offensively for the Tigers, we're going to see Martin, Roddy, and Woods and Johnson in the backfield, Jordan and Ashcraft at wideouts. Broussard, Volpe, McCullough, Ewald, and Simon, the front offensive line.
You'll notice Ricky Johnson is wearing number 10 tonight. He has switched with the gentleman who normally wore 10, Shane Walderhouse. The reason is Courtney Herring, who played at Massillon, now in the service in Arizona, killed in an auto accident and wore number 10 with the Tigers. So Ricky Johnson's wearing that tonight. Play action to Ricky. Martin throwing deep, and for Jordan over his head down around the 45-yard line. Back there running with him was Mike Phillips.
Play action fake in the backfield. Tried to hit Jordan out of deep post on the first play, first score, but couldn't do it. Harding defensively, Hoke, McNeil, Allen, Stroud up front in 4-3. Alexander, McCready's, and Johnson on the linebackers. Secondary, Molden, Phillips, Burgess, and Masucci.
Second down, 10 for the Tigers. In their orange tonight, stretch to Ricky Johnson. Out to about the 29-yard line. Gone around the left end. I see a flag back at the 18-yard line. This could be coming back. The officials tonight, as you take a look at the referee, who was Tom Graham. Oh, costly one on the Tigers. They've had penalties this year and turnovers that have hurt them.
Out of the one-back offense, two-back offense right here. They're just running the stretch play, going around the corner. Johnson got a big, soft corner right there, but that may have been the result of the hold, too.
Ball goes back to the 10. Van Parks is the umpire. He's from Reynoldsburg. Ron Dessiker from Oroville, the linesman. Pat Montana from Girard, the line judge. And Bill Colflesh of Delaware, the back judge. Now at the 10-yard line, 2nd and 20. They go to the shotgun, and Martin is going to put it up and throw. Caught at the 15-yard line. That is Relford. He can run midfield. And Simpson goes down at the Harding 38-yard line.
Harding tried to blitz Martin that time, and they had a short route on the outside that he got the ball out to Relford on, and it popped for big yardage.
Take a look at it. Brought to you by Bell Store Ceto.
Harding bringing two linebackers right up the pipe. Throws a little quick hitch cut to Relford, and he breaks into the crease right here and gets upfield. And breaks a tackle.
Frank Salona, the stat man tonight, says 52 yards. They give it to Ricky Johnson. That's the play they ran a little bit ago, and he got maybe a yard. Harding defensively had that covered very well. The defense led by Danny Stella.
Defenders keeping their outside arm and leg free, taking the ball down the line of scrimmage and out of bounds. Good defense.
10:48 first quarter, and the car is still lined up here at the Rubber Bowl trying to get in. We've got a pretty good view of a lot of headlights and taillights out there in the distance. Be interesting to see what the final fate is here later tonight. We are going to have a slot to the right. Ashcraft, they're really going to overload that right side. Shotgun, Martin has time, throws left side. It is incomplete down inside the 20-yard line. The intended receiver, you see him there, number 99, A.J. Collins, the tight end.
Well, they motion Ashcraft here across the formation into trips, and then got Johnson out of the backfield in the flat, and Collins running a corner route behind him, and just couldn't make connection. They had him open.
3rd down and 9 with 10:18 first quarter. Massilion down at the Warren Harding 37-yard line. Harding the home team tonight. We should see a lot of quickness flying around on this surface with these two young folks. Martin changing something here. Wants to go to the shotgun.
Too much time.
Going to cost him 5 yards.
Tried to change from being under center in the offset I formation to go into a shotgun alignment. By the time he got everybody put where they're supposed to be, they run out of clock.
So now it's 3rd down and 14. Rick Shepis parading the sidelines there and sent the play in to his quarterback, Martin. Congratulations to the Buckeyes on Saturday afternoon. They scare you to death, but they win. Slot to each side, but now Relford coming in motion. They'll have trips to the right. Martin throws left sideline, and good coverage down that left sideline. It was intended for Ashcraft, and on the coverage was Molden of the Raiders.
They put motion to the field to give them trips, and that left Ashcraft one-on-one into the boundary. They tried to run the fade cut down the sideline. Pretty good defense, stride for stride with him there.
Punting situation.
Was Molden.
Line of scrimmage, the Harding 37. First punt of the game. Harding will get its first possession. Schaefer to kick it away. Fielded at the 11-yard line. The ball into the hands of Walker. Walker, 20, 30, 40, 50, 40. Down about the Tiger 36-yard line. Well, we told you about the speed and the quickness you're going to see tonight, both sides of the football. Rebel Stores, Ceto. Let's take another look at it.
This is how Harding beat them the first ball game with punt returns and kickoff returns. Thaddeus Walker takes that ball and pops up through the coverage.
52 yards.
52 yards down the sideline.
You're right about that. They returned a kickoff for touchdown, a punt for touchdown.
And again, another long kick return they didn't score on in the first ball game, but it set up another score.
So Harding at just outside the Tiger 35. Pitch, Davis. 30, 29-yard line. Trying to let his blocker set up. And guess who? Sean Crable in there stretching out to trip him up.
Offensively for the Warren Harding Raiders, we will see Phillips, Stroud, Alexander in the backfield, Warfield and Stella at wideouts. Tight end is Burgess. And the linemen are Cerrone, Doherty, Barbudas, Allen, and McNeil.
With Richard Davis starting, number 27 tonight for Harding.
Well, Harding got an unbalanced line that time with a slot to the left side and ran a toss sweep. Picked up 6 yards.
Warfield will go to the right. He is dangerous. He is in the slot, top of your screen.
They're unbalanced to the right this time.
Give it to Davis again. Davis got the hole. He's to the 20. Hammers down to the 16-yard line. Well, they held him in that first game, so he's trying to prove something in this game tonight. The tackle made by Craig McConnell.
Defensively for the Tigers, Watkins, Johnson, and Wade, the front three in their 3-4. Crable, Fogle, Graves, and Himes, the linebackers. Secondary, Relford, Ballard, Jarvis, and McConnell.
9 minutes to go, opening period. Harding first down and 10 at the Massilion. The 16 or so, and again Davis. And Davis taken down this time. Fogle 93. A flag is tossed in there. Also on the tackle for the Tigers is Keith Wade, number 71.
Harding players are signaling that it's a penalty against the Tigers, a face mask. It's going to be a half the distance shot. Yep, that's what it was. They're in a balanced line right here, and they're trying to isolate the linebacker, but they don't get the down lineman block. Nobody touched it.
Now the ball goes down to the 11-yard line. First down, and they need about 4 with the situation. Split backs. Really trips to the left of the formation. Or not shotgun, not split backs. And the snap to Phillips. Picked it up and got into about the 5-yard line.
That should be a first down.
I think it's going to be first and goal.
Bobbled the snap, but he picked it up, and everybody kind of lost track of him. He got up in there and ran for decent yardage.
Mike Phillips, 5'11", 180, a senior, the quarterback right now.
The running back in the backfield went up on the linebacker. I think it was going to be run all the way.
You see number 15 in there. It'll be Mike Kokel, 6'2", 183, and a senior. There's the old Indiana I, triple I. Got 2 lead blocks. They give it to Davis. Davis trying to get the corner down to the 1-yard line. John Crable getting through there to trip him up.
Well, they were on the right hash mark, and they had 2/3 of the field to run that sweep and try to get to the pylon. They ran it out of that tight, stacked I with 2 tights. 2 tight ends, and here's the toss. They're going to run the sweep out, try to get him all the way to the pylon.
It's almost like what, Frank, the 2-yard line? Put it on the 2. Back into the football. Second down and goal. And now the umpire has tossed the flag. This may move Harding back a bit.
We got a lot of flags here. You guys got to keep those hankies in their pockets for a while until everybody gets organized.
And Almost had to be a procedure call. You figure somebody on that Harding line moved after they got set. Well, Michigan played a almost perfect first half. They just couldn't score a touchdown. They had no turnovers, no penalties.
Well, they didn't have any turnovers till the second half. And one of them, I think, stopped and pulled.
Harding at the 7, 2nd and goal, and they give it off to, that's Alexander, I believe, number 5. That is Stephon Alexander, 5'8", 180, a senior. And he carries to the 2-yard line. He got 5. It's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 2. And the Tigers put the hammer down here and stop them.
Raiders have stayed in their stacked eye this whole series.
Again, Alexander, left guard. Did he get in? Harding is saying yes. The official is going to mark it short, I believe. It's 4th down. And the ball's about 8 inches away from the goal line. There they're calling in the offensive play with 4th down coming up.
Gonna go for it. No field goal here.
Who they give it to? Massilion stacked in there tight again. Alexander to the goal line. They say his progress.
Jumped in the air and must have broke the plane because they signaled it right away.
So Harding on the scoreboard. 5, maybe that's 6:23. Can't tell if the lights burn out or not.
There's your replay. Got the isolation by the fullback. Davidson. Alexander goes up and he.
I don't know.
Yeah, line judge on this side said he penetrated the line.
It was close. Point coming up by Joe Spain. It's down, it's up, and it is...
There's another flag.
Another flag down.
Well, we're going to have to re-kick this one. So, defense offside. And they killed it, so they got to re-kick it. Yeah. No play.
I think the clock is at 6:23.
Harding cannot refuse the penalty because the penalty occurred when the ball was dead.
So he'll try it again. It's 6-0 Warren. It's down, it's up, and it is good. So a timeout at the Rubber Bowl. Warren Harding 7, the Massillon Tigers nothing. And we're back after this timeout. Scoreboard, Harding 7, Massillon nothing. Viewers, at the end of the first half of our game will be bringing you the SARTA touchdown spotlight. Sark area RTA. Come ride with us. Harding got a touchdown. Tigers try to get an equalizer now. This will be the Tigers' second time with the football. The winner of this game plays the winner of Findlay and Cincinnati Elder next Saturday night at Fawcett Stadium.
They're playing tonight in Columbus Crew Stadium, right?
36 yards, 7 plays after that fine punt return set everything up. Again, Mr. Salone, our stat man tonight. There's the kick. That is a short one, taken at the 21-yard line. That's by Graves, the linebacker, carries out to back to 32. Let's go down on the sideline. Dan Belford.
Hey, guys, let's see how Massillon comes out, reacts to going down 7 early in the ball game. Coach Sheffer said if he needs to change something from the first time they played Warren, the first 4 possessions in the game for Massillon, we kept shooting ourselves in the foot offensively. They feel they can throw on this team. They're going to continue to stretch the field. Let's see what happens on this series. Back up to you.
All right, there is Martin's numbers coming out throwing.
The one big completion to Billy Relford on the hitch cut that broke for big yardage.
Got trips to the bottom. Martin's going to look that direction and going to throw it deep down the middle. Overthrows his receiver at the 40-yard line. Devin Jordan. Boy, that almost became a long one.
So he set sail right down the middle of the football field, and the ball was overthrown, but at that point he was open. I also had Johnson out of the backfield open on the flare. Nobody covered him. But I don't think he could throw it on that down, but somebody in the press box has got to see that Johnson in that formation was wide open coming out of the backfield.
The Martin now 1 of 5. Second down 10 for the Tigers.
shy of their 32-yard line. In from the shotgun. And they give it to Ricky Johnson. Johnson left side, snowed about 35. This Harding defense, both these defenses, quick at running down the line of scrimmage.
Good quickness on both football teams.
34-yard lines where they're going to put it down at the 34.
They're in the shotgun. They hand off to Johnson. Following his blocker out around the left side, but decent defensive play there by Anthony Hope.
Third down. They need close to 8. Shotgun. Martin throws left side. Relford caught it and goes out at the 40. Did not get to the 41. So they're going to be a yard shy.
Harding came up in straight man-to-man that time. No free safety. Tried to play everybody tough.
Talked about the people trying to get in here and extend out a bit, but they're still coming in. One of the elder coaches behind us here in the booth said he's here scouting, and his wife was stuck in traffic trying to get to Crew Stadium down in Columbus.
Sounded like she was a long way away.
Fourth down and a punting situation. This time Harding, twin safeties back at their 30-yard line. Don't want to make mistakes in the kicking game. Good snap. Schaefer hammers it. Going to go out of bounds. Let's see where they spot it. And while they do that, we'll take a timeout and be back. Harding first down and 10 at their 25-yard line. Kokel now at quarterback, going to throw right side. Cotton out of bounds around the 30-yard line. That's Tremaine Warfield with the reception.
Just a quick hitch cut into the boundary. Good safe throw. Shotgun. Kokel unloading on the hitch. 6-yard pattern. Ends up being about a 4-yard gain before he gets out of bounds.
Warren Harding on top here. 7-0. They're at their own 30-yard line with 5:15 to go in the opening period. Crable up there to make it a 5 front. The handoff is to Davis. Crable is right there to help out on the tackle along with Brock Himes, the linebacker.
Again, Harding going to the unbalanced line with a twin set. Running Davis off tackle.
It'll be third down for the Raiders. And 5. Clock running at 4:53 here in the opening period at the Rubber Bowl. We still got some people in traffic. Shotgun for Kokel. One back there with him. Got 2 tight ends. Kokel going to stay right there. Now he's going to run to the left, looking to throw. Now he's going to run. He's out to the 33. Flag is in there. He's to the 34. He's a couple of yards shy of the first down. That was a third down play. Let's see what the call is. Holding on Harding.
I would guess they'll refuse that and make a punt.
Yeah, it would be fourth down and a couple.
They're signaling in now to turn it down. Something wrong with this. I don't know. We look over here and he rolls back this way. Now, this is all part of the play, but he doesn't get a route going back here on the left side. Ends up running the ball because he has nobody to throw the football to.
Yeah, they do refuse the penalty. So it's fourth down and 2 for Harding. So the Tiger defense answering the call that time. And Warren to kick the football away. Kokel to do the kicking. Relford back at his 32-yard line, 4:21 in the opening period. Good snap. Line drive kick. Relford at the 34, 40, 45. Flag goes down. Relford goes down about to 47. While they sort it out, we'll take a timeout and we'll be back. On the downtown Ford scoreboard, 7-0. And that return by Relford being nullified. A little hold, a little block in the back. Tigers will have the ball back at their 28-yard line. First down 10, Massilion at their 28 with 4:05 in the opening period. Hope you're enjoying the replay on the Saturday night or Sunday afternoon. Martin's back, looks, throws, left side. Ashcraft got it, 34, and out of bounds. Taken out over there by Molden.
Shotgun action here. Martin with the football. It's a hitch cut going to Ashcraft, or the out cut, rather. Picked up 6 yards.
See how they're working on Devin Jordan. You know, Devin, someplace tonight's going to make a play or two.
They've been running him deep.
Relford in motion. 2nd and 4. Barton to throw. Pressure's coming. And he scrambles back to about the 34-yard line. That's going to be it. Maybe to 35 they're going to give him. He'll pick up about a yard.
And Harding bringing pressure. Linebackers coming from the inside. Pressure from the outside. And
3rd down and 3 for Warren. Or for Massilion. Warren leading 7-0. In the slot to each side. And Martin again. Staying in that shotgun. And boy, may just throw that one away.
Well, again, they had a 4-man rush is all they had. And at that point, they had man-to-man coverage all across the field and just trying to play with them one-on-one.
Ashcraft, the intended receiver, but well over his head. And a punt situation coming up for the Tigers. Schaefer standing back at around his 20-yard line.
He punted the last one out of bounds on purpose. Let's see if he does that again.
In a good snap.
Yep.
Punting it toward the left side. And it's going to go out of bounds. Not a very long kick. While they decide where it goes out of bounds, we'll tell you about CCI and SBC Ameritech. Proud to continue their tradition of recognizing the player of the game. The players of the game receiving a plaque and a letter of recognition. CCI and SBC Ameritech strongly supporting the accomplishments of interscholastic sports programs. Tonight's winning team to get a $100 donation to their athletic fund. That's from the folks at CCI and SBC Ameritech, the stars of communication recognizing the stars of the game tonight. Well, it shows you, I guess, that Massillon really respecting the return game of Warren, but that punt just at the 45 of Harding.
Didn't get enough of it to get it downfield and get it out of bounds with any distance.
Phillips back in the quarterback, throws incomplete, in and out of the hands of Molden.
Trying to throw the hitch cut down here to the left. Ball went, bounced off the hands. Phillips throwing the ball out. Trying to pick up 6 or 8 yards here, and it just bounced off the hands of the receiver, Molden.
3 minutes, 3 seconds left to go, and a flag's been tossed again. Right there beside the football at the 45. We'll watch again. Tom Graham, the referee. Ball start on Harding. That'll take him back 5 yards. Takes him back to the 40-yard line. 2nd down, 15. Pitch. Davis. Left side taken down. Number 11 got great penetration for the Tigers on that play. Marquis Scott.
They got that unbalanced line and tried to run that toss sweep again. There's a ground level shot of it coming wide to the left, and Marquis Scott got in the alley here and got up and made the hit.
So 3rd down coming up. And around 14 or so with 2:28 on a moving clock, period 1. Harding up by 7. Going 36 yards after a nice punt return. Set that up. They stay back in the shotgun. Get Phillips, your quarterback.
Whoa.
And the Tigers 4-man rush, but the whistle blew it dead.
Oh, Phillips started to the sideline and called time. And the center snapped the ball.
Yeah.
And the ball went rolling down the football field. Evidently, the officials called time before any of that happened.
Yeah, the referee stepped in and said timeout called by Warren Harding with 2:12 remaining.
Yeah, as Phillips walked away to go to the bench while the ball went flying down the football field. To replay that last thing, see here, Phillips calls time. The center snaps the football. Wow.
Clock still at 2:12. Traffic looks like it's pretty well cleared out a bit now. Folks parking and moving their way into the Rubber Bowl as you look at the Massilion sideline there on the far side there. That's a little bit different from what we saw in the Ohio State-Michigan game the first half. That's pretty even there. Total play.
Michigan had the ball almost twice as much as Ohio State first half.
All right, the I formation now for Harding. Big third down play for them. And they're going to give it to Davis, and Vogel grabs him and pulls him down. But good penetration that time by Marquise Watkins. Sort of messed that one up.
They tried to run the lead draw, tailback draw with the fullback leading on the linebacker, and Tigers were coming strong up the center, made the hit.
So Warren Harding to kick the football away with 1:45 to go. The clock moving here in the first quarter. Harding on top, 7-0. Relford standing back at his 34. There's a punt over Relford's head. Gets back, grabs it, fair catch. So they'll have it around the 23-yard line. First down and 10. Hey, you want to go to the state championship game? These could be your seats. Paul Brown Tiger Stadium or Fawcett. Contact the Stark County Convention and Visitors Bureau, 330-458-2084. Get your tickets for the 6 state championship games coming to Stark County next weekend, November 29th and 30th. Massillon Tigers wanting to be one of those teams. Finley playing a Cincinnati Elder tonight. 2 winners will meet Saturday night, 8 o'clock at Fawcett in the Division I title game. This is Martin. Rolling, throwing, and caught Devin Jordan. First down up at the 35-yard line. For
Jordan lined up in the slot this time on the line of scrimmage. Went down about 10 yards and turned out to his left. Came open.
Made a nice catch. That replay brought to you by Bell Store Citgo. There you see the clock here at the University of Akron. Rubber Bowl. 1:19 remaining. Tigers with first down. Martin from the shotgun. 7-0 Harding on top. Gives off to Ricky Johnson, and that was just slow development, and Johnson had nowhere to go. Line of scrimmage, it'll be second down and 10.
The trap play, they run up the middle out of the shotgun.
How's Ricky Johnson done tonight, Frank?
See the left tackle pulling and trapping.
Frank Salona tells me Ricky Johnson, 3 carries, 5 yards tonight.
Bradley Grizzard, number 75, pulling to his right and trapping. Got a good block, but the rest of the people filled the hole.
Clock at 37 seconds and moving here. Second down, 10. And it's going to cost the Tigers 5 yards.
I don't know if I've ever seen so many motion penalties. My goodness.
And then a procedure call. He also went in motion. So.
Yeah, well, somebody moved on the line, though.
What's the... Rick Jefferson cannot be too happy with what he's seeing out here. Massillon in Helsel in motion. This is Martin. Rolling right. Throwing sideline and through the hands of Helsel, completed to 35. Over there in a hurry for the coverage was Masucci.
Pretty good coverage, really. There wasn't much to, even if he had caught it, he'd only gained about 3 yards. Martin rolls to his right, tries to unload the football to Helsel, but it's just not there. Two defenders right on the play.
Third down with 22 seconds. Third down, 15. Under center, Martin. Hands off, Ricky Johnson nailed at the 30-yard line. He had nowhere to go. That's a big number. Looks 55. That stepped right in there and plugged the hole.
Nobody blocked him. He stuffed it right on the spot.
Ryan
Doherty.
That can't be. I have no 55. That's 50. 59.
McNeil.
And he is about 280 pounds. All right, that's the end of the first quarter. Harding on top, 7-0. Period number 2 coming up after these timeouts. Downtown Ford scoreboard 7-0. And Rick Shepis again talking during the year that penalties, turnovers has hurt Massillon right there. They're on their way to a 20 penalty ball game if they keep this up, which they won't, but there's 5 of them in the first quarter, 27 yards. Harding with 2 with 10.
Lots of procedure penalties, both teams in reality. People moving.
Massillon to kick the football away. What's this, punt 4, punt 5? Number 4 coming up for Schaefer.
Well, he's kicked the last 2 out of bounds. Trying to do it again.
Well, I don't know about this. That's going to give Harding possession up about the 47 or 48 yard line.
Well, they kicked it 1. Returned to 152. They haven't kicked one to him since.
Third straight time Massillon has gone 3 and out. That punt was for Frank Speaker, and that one up. We can tell you that every game has a big catch. We're picking tonight's catch of the day, sponsored by Tim's Tavern. We'll do that at the end of the broadcast. Tim's Tavern, famous for fish. That punt 21 yards. So Harding, pretty good field position throughout this football game. They lead it 7-0. And Kokel is your quarterback. Little 3-yard drop from his shotgun position. Way with the pressure. Throws incomplete.
Kicked off, but it was out of bounds when that Relford picked it off. Yeah, but it was out of bounds when he got it. Trying to hit a sideline pattern here.
That was Wade there getting a hold of him.
Everybody's out of bounds. They're clear back on the back end of the player area.
I think he was throwing that out of bounds. What's Kokel and Phillips combined? 1 of 3 for 4 yards. So they haven't put it up much here. Out of the I formation, Kokel. This is Davis, their bread and butter man, inside the 50 and taken out of bounds at the 48 of Massillon.
They went unbalanced slot to the field out to the left and then ran a toss sweep to Davis back into the sideline, into the 2-man blocking side. And I thought Graves was going to come off here and make the hit, but ends up being a chaser because Davis has got good speed.
It's at the 47 of Massillon, 3rd down and 4 for the Raiders of Harding, who lead 7-0. Guess what?
Got again.
This is going to go on Harding for 5 yards.
Well, what would cause this many procedure calls? It isn't like this is the first game of the season.
About 8 of them and 7 of them procedures, 6 or 7 of procedures.
I mean, what are they doing? I mean, these flags are coming out before they're even getting to the line of scrimmage almost.
Yeah, you picking up anything down there, Daniel?
Well, coaches had, when they had the end of the quarter here, basically telling the kids to calm down the emotions. They thought the emotions were leading to a lack of focus. The procedure calls have been on the same kid 3 consecutive times. They're just trying to reel him in and get him focused back in this ball game. Back to you.
You just saw the first downs, not a whole lot. There's a slant pass from Kokel. Incomplete, trying to hit, going across the middle there for Harding, number 30, and that is Manningham, who had some big returns in the kicking game against Massillon in the regular season game. And now another punt situation coming up for Harding.
You know, the motion penalty took Harding right out of the situation where they might get the first down. They end up trying to throw the slant cut. Don't get it.
Relford back at his 23-yard line, 11:38 in the first half here, 7-0, Harding on top. And the kick is away. Hammers it. Relford back. And no fair catch. About the 22, and he is hammered. Hangs on to the football. We're back after we take this timeout. Well, as you come back, they handed it off to Ricky Johnson, and he found nowhere to go. Stopped back around the 20-yard line.
2 backs got mixed up in the backfield right here. They run right into each other. one of them was supposed to lead up and block. And instead of that, they both thought they were getting the ball. Roddy and Johnson ran into each other in the backfield at the handoff.
Loss of 3, second down, 13. Just under 11 minutes in the first half. A lot of time to go. 7-0 Warren Harding leading here. Out of the eye under center, Martin. Throwing it deep. Downfield. Overthrows Icecraft.
Nobody really open on that. Martin did what he had to do, just threw it away.
Yeah, good coverage. Mike Phillips down deep for Harding.
They had 3 receivers out in a pattern, and all 3 of them were bracketed by defenders.
So 10:42 now in the half, and Massillon having trouble moving the ball. Looking at third down and 13 coming up from their 20-yard line. We'll watch Devin Jordan. He has a slot to the top. And they're changing something. Snap. And I don't think Martin was ready for the snap.
I don't either. I think the snap was early.
We have another procedure call on Massillon.
A lot of nerves, I guess, in this ball game.
Martin was changing something, looking around, and all of a sudden the ball's coming at him. Now, he was alert enough to grab it here. See, there.
Well, the left. Like the center picked the ball up and then set it back on the ground and then snapped it. And in the meantime, 2 members of the offensive line were already moving the block.
Well, they're 3rd and 18, and he's going to kick it out of there. Quick kick, as they've done. See if they get the Massillon roll here to the 50, to the 48, and Harding again is going to have very, very good field position to start a drive here. Still tell you about our sports book we're proud of, put out by SCM Productions and WHBC. If you haven't picked up a copy, do so. And you can call the station to find out which sponsor you can go in and get a copy. It's got golf, cross country, football, all the schedules of all the high schools and the colleges, Malone, Walsh, and Mount. And it's got where their venue sites are, their coaches, phone numbers, and all that stuff. Very nice thing to have if you're a sports fan in Stark County. There's the total yardage in the game, and Harding, you think, would be behind, but they're on top by a score of 7-0.
Harding ran Masucci that time at the tailback spot, trying to run him on the ISO play up the middle. Picked up only a yard, maybe 2.
That would be Masucci's first carry then of the game. We're just now up on 10 minutes here in the first half, clock moving. All the traffic is in. So we're probably about where we're going to be attendance-wise tonight, whatever that would be. I'd heard 20 to 25 they were expecting. A handoff. Good power surge. 28, that's Masucci again.
Gets his feet moving.
So Rob Masucci, who's about 170 pounds, a senior, carries down to the Tiger 44-yard line.
High formation with 2 split ends. The fullback trying to get up on a linebacker, and Masucci just steps out of a tackle there, then keeps his legs moving and picks up another couple yards there. So it's 3rd and 2.
Out of the eye. Slot right. 3rd down, 2. Phillips will pitch it. Masucci hammers in to about the 41, which I think's got the first down. It will.
Harding went unbalanced slot into the sideline that time.
First down for the Raiders.
Ran the toss sweep right into the boundary, into the unbalanced line. Picked up about 4 yards, enough for a first down.
4th first down for Warren. 3 rushing, 1 bypass. 8:48, clock moving here, first half. Cripps for the Raiders to the top of your screen, the left side of the formation. There you have actually quads over there.
Yep, the 4 receivers to the left.
And this is a run all the way. Phillips coming back to the right side. 30, 25, and knocked out of bounds. Tigers had no one over there really defensively because the formation of Harding was set to the left.
Put 4 receivers out to the left and drew a lot of coverage out to the wide side of the field.
Bellstor Sitko will take a look at that again.
Phillips wants to run up to the left, but then bounces it clear out around to the right. Finds running room down the right sideline. Takes it all the way into the 22.
That replay by Bellstor Sitko, and you're on the go. Harding trying to be on the go here. About the 22 of the Tigers. Phillips fires, and Crable had good pressure. Incomplete pass intended out on the left side to Manningham.
To hit Manningham on a hitch cut, clear out to the wide left side.
.824. Phillips with the incomplete pass. Phillips and Copeland alternate, have been doing that all year. Can't argue with it. They're 13-0. Play action. Looking. Throwing. End zone. It is picked off by Billy Relford. Another interception.
Ball magnet. He's picked off another one. That's 12, isn't it?
Wasn't a wise throw. He threw into double coverage, and Relford right there to pick it off. I think Relford's got 6 in the postseason. That would be a 7th one in the postseason.
Maybe he's got 13 for the year.
That replay by Bellstor Sitko, and you're on the go. Now the Tigers would like to get on the go. They trail 6-0. Their offense has been a little bit on the quiet side. 8:17 in the first half. Matt Martin, your quarterback. Will give it to Roddy.
Yep.
Couple of yards. Second down 8 with 7:57 in the first half. As you look into that Tiger offensive huddle. Harding, 4 front, 5. Deep drop. Martin must be the screen. It is to Ricky Johnson. Johnson 30 and tackled at the 35-yard line. From behind, grabbing a hold of him, making a nice tackle is Stephon Alexander.
It's a good play call. Got the short screen, middle screen going to Johnson. 2 Warren defenders run into each other. Stephon Alexander comes from behind to make the tackle, but it's a first down.
And again, Roddy looking for some running room and maybe a yard to the 36 or so. There's the story on the ground. Does not speak well for the Tigers so far in this game.
Yeah, only 4 yards rushing for Massillon. Of course, I think that factors in your quarterback sacks, but I don't know if they've been in. Maybe 1. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage on that one.
Martin, shotgun, looking right all the way. And throwing it. Got Ricky Johnson open out of the backfield. Down to the Warren 35-yard line. Alexander got him.
Well, that's what I said earlier, that Johnson was coming open out of the backfield into the flat when he would flare. That time they had a guy covering him, but he ran the wheel route up the sideline. See, he flares out of the backfield, the top of your screen. He looks at him. You got the wide out on that side. I think it's Jordan running a post cut, and then he just leaks up the sideline.
Now the Tigers making a little noise now. They're down at the Warren 34-yard line. Trips right, handoff Ricky Johnson. Had trouble getting a hold of the football, but when he did, he got 3-4 yards and had a head-on collision there with number 42.
Alexander hit it too. That's part of the trouble there on that last play with the long pass play, is that Alexander's the guy covering him out of the backfield, and he took him deep. It's a linebacker covering a running back.
Yeah, on the ground tonight, Ricky Johnson's 5 yards and 6 carries, but he has caught 2 passes for 42 yards. Off the sheet of Frank Salona.
Another flag.
Yep, flags, 2 of them. Umpire head linesman. Going to cost the Tigers 5 more yards.
I have never seen this many illegal procedure penalties.
Clock stops, 5:53 to go. First half, 7-0 Warren. Massilion with their really first scoring threat here. They're going to backwards there. Relford in motion. Martin. Blitz coming. Throws. Almost picked off down to the 25-yard line. Devin Jordan, the intended receiver.
Raiders trying to get pressure on Martin by bringing a linebacker up the field. As he starts rolling to his left, linebacker shows up in his face right there.
Third down for the Tigers. And they need 12. They have the ball at the Warren 36-yard line. And they're going to put trips to the bottom.
I thought that was a linebacker, but it wasn't. It was the defensive end, Hope, got in his face.
Martin, here comes the blitz. Will throw right side. And you're going to have flags all over that one. Devin Jordan got Phillips beat. And Phillips face guarding him. And this will keep the Tiger drive alive.
Was contact while the ball was in the air, so therefore you're going to get 15, an automatic first down here.
Phillips one-on-one with one of the best receivers around, but the Raiders really sending people that time.
And what the Tigers are trying to do here is get Jordan one-on-one with the defender Phillips, and they did it, but it results in a interference call.
This will take the ball 15 yards from the 36 down to the 21.
Penalties. We've got 11 penalties in this half.
Harding just got 15 yards on that one. Now it's on the 21 of Warren as the Tigers trying to get the equalizer. And we've got the referee throw another one.
We've got 12 people.
Oh, the Massilion Tigers.
Yep. 12 people on the field.
6, 8. I guess you're right. I could even count to 12.
Somebody came in. Nobody went out.
Rick Shepis wants a timeout to get things organized. We'll be back after we take a timeout. On the downtown Ford scoreboard, 7-0 Warren, but Massilion trying to get the equalizer. They just had another 5 yards walked off on them. First down 15 at the Warren 26-yard line. And we got Helsel. Yep, Helsel moved out of the slot. This is going to cost Massilion 5 more yards.
They're advancing the ball backwards.
That's what, 13 penalties in this first half, Frank says. We still got 5:27 to go. Auburn Health Foundation. Let's go down to Dan Belford. Daniel.
Well, Coach Shepard said a couple of weeks ago, we win in spite of ourselves sometimes. And here we are off the penalty farm once again. But you're hearing it from both sidelines. You know, hey, procedure calls, we understand. Let the kids play. Let's see how they battle it out in this ball game. The Warren coach is concerned over here that they're not picking up, as you said, Coach, Ricky Johnson coming out of the backfield. Also, he said defensively, a Jordan, somebody gets behind you deep, turn around, look for the ball. You cannot just play the man. Back up to you.
Well, a screen to Terrence Roddy, and Roddy hammers his way down to about the 13. By the way, that sideline report brought to you by the Auburn Health Foundation.
Again, the screen is a big play here. They've screened the ball now to Johnson, and they turn right around and screen the ball to Roddy. Both times, they're screens that take advantage of a strong pass rush.
It is second down, but they only need about one. They're at the 13 or so of Warren. Under center, Martin will give it to Ricky Johnson, and Johnson hammered, bounces off, and still I don't think got the first down. Good penetration and a hard hit by Makritis of Warren.
He's going to be real close to the first down. Zalescon's leading up on the end. If they didn't get the inside guy blocked, came off free. The outside linebacker stepped up in there and made the hit.
Now it's third down, really less than a yard. They need the 11. It's just outside the 11. 7 yards, or 7 rushes, 5 yards. Martin, quarterback sneak, first down and goal. They're at the 9, maybe the 8-yard line. They were in 4-down territory regardless, and the clock is at 4:07. Martin, pretty good size for a quarterback as you look at Rick Shepis there. Martin's 212, 213 pounds. We've got an injured Tiger player down, so we'll take a timeout and we'll be back. That is Volpe, the injured Massilion Tiger, going to the sideline.
Starting offensive guard for the Tigers.
We have 4:07, first half, 7-0 Warren. Ball is at the 9-yard line, first down and goal. I think 77 might be his replacement. That is McCune. Shotgun. Ashcraft in motion. Martin looking left. Throwing for the end zone, and it is cut. Touchdown, Tigers.
Collins.
The tight end.
He ran that earlier in the first quarter. They ran that same cut, and Collins was open, and he dropped the ball. This time he makes the catch in the end zone for the TD. Martin's in the shotgun right here. They're bringing Johnson to the flat. Collins, the tight end on that side, runs a corner route out to his left behind Johnson and makes the catch for the score.
Now the Tigers 1 point away from tying this up with 3:40 to go. Snap, spot, kick, it's up, and it is good. No, yes. Hang on here.
Another
4,
flag.
6. They got 12 guys on the field. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
I think they thought they had to replace somebody because Volpe got hurt, and they wound up with too many bodies on the field. Kim's going out now. Volpe probably wasn't in there on an extra point, and McCune didn't realize it.
The Massilion coach is to our left. I heard him holler timeout. And then the ball was kicked. One official said good, and the other sort of crossing his arms like, we got a flag down.
So they're going to take the penalty and make him re-kick. Or maybe he's going to pick it up here. I don't know. I think they had 12 out there.
Yeah, Tom McDaniels there talking with the referee. 7-6. Now they'll try it from the 15. This will be a 25-yard extra point attempt by Schaefer as the ball's moved from the 3 back to the 8-yard line. Snap, it's down, it's up, and it is good. So 3:40 to go in the first half. The Massilion Tigers have tied it up. It's 7-7. Take another look at that touchdown pass from Martin.
Martin looked out to the right and then turned and threw to A.J. Collins back in the corner. Well, he should have been in the corner of the end zone, but he was a little flatter because of the coverage. Johnson was in the flat underneath him.
Frank Salona tells me 80 yards in 9 plays.
2 big screen passes on that drive.
We've got the Elder Finley score. But of course, time they watch this, that game is over. But Elder now back on top of Finley, 21-14. Halftime shows coming up with the Harding and Massilion Band, the Massilion Tigers Swing Band, here at the Rubber Bowl. As the Tigers get ready to kick it off after finally getting into the end zone to tie this thing up. Schaefer will do the booting. I don't know, as you talk to people, some felt it could be a lot of scoring with the speed and the skilled people. A lot of people thought defense would control.
Yeah, well, they're just as both teams are skilled and fast defensively also.
Kick at the 13-yard line. Masucci. And he's out to the 29-yard line, where Harding will go first down and 10 with 3:35 to go in the first half. Warren. Yes, go ahead there. Oh, our director tonight is, what's his name? Dean Marini does a great job. He started to talk to me when I started to talk. He just wants me to shut up, I think. Well, watch Harding here from their 29. Kokel back in at quarterback. There is Davis, and he goes nowhere. Wade hitting. Graves hitting. And they might have given him a yard on that one. We'll give him one, Frank says. Make it 2nd down and 9. I'm just going to say that Harding to get here. 3 exciting games. They stopped St. Ignatius on a fumble to win 24-17. Then they kicked a field goal at the end to beat Lakewood St. Ed 18-16. Those are 2 pretty good football teams. Then last week beat Mentor 14-7. Massillon rolled over Hoover 31-0. Had a great win over Perry. What an exciting game. 23-21. Then last week stopped Pickerington in a little bit of sloppy field at Mansfield 14-0. Pass is complete at the 35-yard line. Ballard, I thought for a second, might take a shot at picking that one off. But the pass is complete to number 30 of Warren Harding, and that is Manningham.
Just a hitch cut to the field. We're trying to get Manningham one-on-one out there and see if he can't pop something. Same philosophy as the Tigers use as far as getting Jordan one-on-one. Try to get a good receiver one-on-one with the defensive back.
Down to 2:21. Swing pass out, incomplete for Warfield. And that was a forward pass by about a yard.
Tried to run the bubble screen to Warfield. Well covered by the Tigers.
Yeah, the Massillon defense has made Warren go 3 and out.
.211 to go. We're going to have to. Warren's going to have to punt the football away here.
Tigers going to have a shot here. Should have pretty decent field position. There's the boot. Line drive kick. Relford 35. Relford 40. Relford midfield. 45 and take it down at the 40-yard line. The Tigers, great shape with 2:01 to go yet in this first half. Bellstor sit go. We'll take a look at it here.
Relford catches the low line drive punt. Gets up in between the 2 gunners coming down the outside and gets on the boundary. Finally gets taken down on the far sideline by Kokel, the quarterback.
Frank Salona just told me this is the first time Massillon has started a series in Warren territory.
They've had horrible field position.
Martin looking right. Throwing sideline and may have just thrown that one away. It was intended for Jordan, but Phillips is right there with the coverage. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Since they went the first 2 snaps of the game deep to Jordan, they really haven't thrown him toward him over the middle deep, have they?
They have not, that I can tell. I don't think they've run him flat across the middle the whole ball game, and that's one of his key routes. It's one of the things that he catches so well.
Bell trips to the left side, and again Martin looking right, throwing sideline deep, and it is intercepted. Phillips. It was intended for Jordan, and Phillips made one great catch down at the 7-yard line.
Harding brought both inside linebackers on blitzes that time, trying to get up in Martin's face. May have forced the ball to be thrown a little early. I don't think so. He had time.
Phillips just had Jordan sealed off.
Had great coverage.
So now Harding will go to the offense. 1st down and 10 with 1:50 to go.
They've signaled this ball ready for play quite a bit ago. They better hurry. They're going to get it too much time.
Yeah, we haven't had any penalties in first half. Actually, I'm joking. Phillips hands off Davis. Davis bounces off one defender, but not going to get away from Himes. He's brought down at the 10-yard line. Got 3 yards, 2nd down, 7, 1:35 to go.
Again, Harding in an unbalanced look to the right. The fullback kicking out on the end, pull the backside guard through the hole. Davis almost comes out of here. Grable hangs on to his ankle.
Second down, 7 out of the eye. Again, Davis trying to bounce it outside. Bogle turns it in. Graves is there, and a couple of other Tigers to take him down.
Good defense by Brandon Fogle, keeping his outside arm and leg free, making the back cut back into the pursuit.
There's what Richard Davis has done tonight. 3.4 yards a carry. Progress to the 11-yard line. Clock stops 1:01 with third down to 6 coming up. And Massilion will take a timeout with 1:01 left in the first half. Gives me a chance to tell you can move into a beautiful new house for $125. Hometown Health Network presents the 3rd annual house raffle. 4,000 tickets will be sold, and the winner will receive a new $210,000 Smith home at Augusta Lakes on the Legends Golf Course, or take $200,000 cash. All proceeds benefit the completion of the Eagles 190 Sports Complex, owned by Massillon City Parks and Recreation. You can call now to charge tickets by phone, 1-800-673-3229. That's 1-800-673-3229. The drawing will be held December the 7th. This is supported by Hometown Health Network, the Massillon Booster Club, and 1480 WHBC. And Belford, anything new on the sidelines down there?
Well, just over on the Massillon sideline, it's the same old story. I mean, you're in this situation. You don't want to let the offense get behind you. Well, let's talk about Warren when they were on defense and picked it off to get back in the situation. Phillips is a young man who got flagged for the penalty on Jordan Pryor. This time he turned his head, found the ball, made the pick. Warren's just going to try to get into the locker room and protect this tie ball game in the first half. Back to you.
Well, they give it to Davis. 15. Relford hits him, but doesn't get him down to the 19. That'll be a first down.
First down on the counter tray. They ran the counter, tailback counter.
I'm not sure if either team will take any more timeouts here. We're down to 57. The ball's at the 19-yard line. First down and 10 for Warren Harding.
Sure, Coach McDaniels was glad to get that first down there. He didn't want to have to punt out with his back to the goal line.
Phillips, shotgun, trips right toward the short side. Phillips going to run all the way. And line of scrimmage, that's all. Now, no one stops the clock. They'll wait and spot it. Probably won't snap another one in this first half. 25. Now they spot the ball. They don't have to run. In fact, the referee looked at the scoreboard clock, spots it with 21 seconds. You see Tom McDaniels there.
Tell him to stay in the huddle. It's going to go in. It's going to be 7-7. I'm going to come out and have a new ball game in the second half.
What'd you say in the pregame? This is a pick-em ball game.
Pick 'em.
They're matched that even. They're both capable of playing outstanding, and they've had some good moments and some bad moments.
Too many penalties.
That's going to do it for the first half. It's Massillon 7, Warren Harding 7, and we'll be back with halftime activities after we take these timeouts.
And we're back at the Akron Rubber Bowl, this Division I semifinal. Our downtown Ford scoreboard at halftime. Massillon 7 and Warren Harding 7. Of course, halftime brought to you by all the good folks at your local participating Subway stores. Out on the field to kick off halftime activities, the Massillon Tigers swing band. halftime on our downtown Ford scoreboard. Massillon 7, Warren Harding 7. Halftime being brought to you by Subway. And we're back right after this timeout. And we're back at the Akron Rubber Bowl. Halftime score, Division I semifinal between the Tigers and Warren Harding. And Massillon and Warren Harding are tied up at 7-7 apiece on the downtown Ford scoreboard. Halftime activities continue, brought to you by Subway. Let's go down to the field. Here's the Warren Harding High School Marching Band. Warren Harding High School marching band doing the script raiders there, folks. And our first half score, 7-7. Massillon and Warren Harding, our downtown Ford scoreboard for you. And Subway made the halftime possible. We'll have first half stats in JJ and Coach Glass with the second half kickoff after this timeout.
On the downtown Ford scoreboard, it's 7-7. The Massillon Tigers and the Raiders of Warren Harding in a very even football game. It is time to take a look at our SARTA touchdown spotlight during this first half. Each team scoring one touchdown. Warren Harding got on the scoreboard first, 6:23 to go in the opening period. They got it to the 1-yard line. That was all set up by a nice kick return, but Alexander got the handoff, trying to get into the end zone here.
Yeah, this is the one where he jumps in the air, and the official on the far sideline said he penetrated into the end zone with the ball. We don't have a goal line shot to be able to look at that, but obviously the official had a better look at it than we did from up here.
So that's a look at our SARTA touchdown spotlight in the first half from the Warren Harding Raiders. The Massillon Tigers got the equalizer, 3:40 to go in the second quarter when they were at the 9-yard line, and Martin rolled to throw.
And it's the second time they ran this. And the first time Collins dropped the football, you got Johnson running to the flat and Collins running a corner route out behind and makes the catch this time for the TD.
And the point was good. It was 7-7. And that's our touchdown spotlight for the game's first half. Brought to you by Stark Area RTA. Come ride with us. We thank them for their sponsorship throughout this football season. Statistics for the first half. We'll take a look at those.
You see first downs are even 6 apiece. Passing yardage, Massa 141 and only 12 rushing for a total of 153. Harding only has 9 yards passing and 88 on the ground for a total of 97. Turnovers, 1 for each team. And big factor, I think, are the number of penalties. Massillon has 10 penalties for 52 yards. Harding 4 for 30. 14 penalties in the first half, entirely too many. Most of them, well, 2 of them were for 12 men on the field for the Tigers, and all the rest of them, I believe, there may have been a couple holdings in there, but most of them were procedure penalties.
A lot of procedures.
People moved, and I just can't believe that in the 14th game of the season you've got that many people moving. I think maybe the officials ought to think about keeping the flag in their pocket a little bit and let people play.
Now, how can you do that if you actually see somebody definitely move, come out of a stance?
Well, I don't know. How come they're moving now and they haven't been moving all year? You know, I haven't figured that out yet. Maybe we're seeing people moving that aren't moving.
I just got a coach talking there. He's like, "Come on, guys, leave that flag alone."
Let them play.
Yeah, I know Massillon can't be too happy because it's really disrupted their offense.
Oh, it's disrupted both teams. I mean, every time you turn around, it's illegal procedure. How can you have that many illegal procedures in a 14th game of the season?
Well, we've had it, and hopefully the second half it's cleaned up a bit. We've got 2 very fine football teams, and the winner will be in the state title game next Saturday night at Foss at 8 o'clock against the winner of Cincinnati Elder and Findlay. Matt Martin's put the ball up 18 times tonight for that 141 yards, and between Kokel and Phillips, they put the ball up just 8 times for 9 yards. Now, on the ground, you just saw the statistics, but the Raiders doing a little bit better than the Tigers. 11 carries for Richard Davis, 42 yards. Mike Phillips has scrambled around for 25 yards for Harding. And Ricky Johnson trying to get it done for Massillon, but he has only 7 carries in that first half for 5 yards. Matt Martin's got 4 yards and 2 carries, and Terrence Roddy with 3 yards in 2 carries. So Harding has shut down what the Tigers do on the ground, but in the air, Massillon with 141 yards. So we'll see what develops here in the second half as Harding will get the kickoff. They're already out there ready to receive.
To go along with what I was saying a little bit ago, I talked to 2 of my old coach buddies that also do things like I do here with this analysis thing. Phil Anarello from WKBN in Youngstown, and Ron Blackledge is here tonight to help evaluate officials. And they both said the same thing. There's too many penalties. You know, let the kids play. So it's not just me. I mean, you can point your finger and say it's just a coach talking, but it's more than one coach.
Yeah, Phil used to coach at Warren Harding.
Yes.
Head coach.
Yeah, a good friend of mine, and of course Ron is a real good friend of mine. Both of us, all 3 of us stood and moaned about all the penalties.
Well, we're underway in the second half. This is Masucci to the 17, and the Tigers with good kick coverage downfield. Number 4 for Massillon down there. That is Pedrati. So we'll see what the second half brings. Probably see a couple of new wrinkles. I know you were on halftime with Sam Berkman on 1480 talking about you never show everything.
No, what you try to do is in the second half have a little different attack than what you had in the first half, because now they don't have the luxury of going in at halftime and drawing stuff on the board and making corrections.
You saw Kokel's numbers in the air as he will open up at quarterback in the second half. They give it to Davis, and he can go nowhere. Bogle, the linebacker, grabbed him. Allman Health Foundation with the sideline report from Dan Belfer. Daniel.
Hey, just real quick, guys, I don't know what you can see from your perspective, but there's a nice little sheen on the field right now in terms of the water and the dampness that was there starting to ice. We're seeing it more about 3 feet off the sideline. We saw Marsucci when he tried to return that kickoff, plant his foot and lose his footing. We're going to see a lot of that, I think, in the second half as it continues to get a little colder temperature-wise. Back up to you.
They use one of those words, sheen.
Yeah, what's that?
Martin. Shotgun. Kokel pumps right, throws left, and incomplete at the 40-yard line. Manningham again, the intended receiver.
Pump fake the out hitch cut into the right sideline and then turned and threw a fade cut down the left sideline, hoping that the defensive back on that side would be asleep and Manningham would have an easy touchdown.
It's third down for Harding. They need about 11. We are just underway in the third quarter here at the Rubber Bowl. Kokel will go under center with the eye. Play action. Pressure's coming. A stunt, throws, and caught the 33-yard line. The reception made by Tremaine Warfield.
It's a great play by Kokel and Warfield on both ends.
Now for Bell Store, Sitco. Let's take a look at that kick.
Tigers sent in a blitz. They've got Kokel almost wrapped up. Graves has him around the waist, and he throws a strike to Warfield, who hangs on and makes a tough catch.
Out of the eye, first down. Big play. Possession reception by Warfield. This is Davis. Once outside. Broken tackle. Sean Crable's trying to chase him down, but Davis with the speed got up to the 48-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Tigers had him, and he just turned on a burner there that nobody'd seen so far tonight, and he went around the corner like a lightning bolt.
Marquis Scott chased him. Marquis Scott made the tackle on that Warfield catch. About 14 yards on that by Davis. 10:39. We played a minute, 20 seconds or so here, 21 seconds in the second half.
Raiders have changed the field position after they started at their own 17. They've now moved out to midfield.
At the 47, a fumble, but it bounced right up to Davis, and Sean Crable gives him a big hug. And also there is Brock Himes, lost back to the 44.
Tackle by number 2, Sean Crable. Number 7, Brock Himes.
Trying to run that off-tackle play again, and he just doesn't get his inside arm up, and the ball hits his hands. Instead of being able to put the ball in the breadbasket, it hit him in the hands and popped out, loses 3 yards.
Was it the 47, back at the 44. Second down, 13 with 10 minutes to go. Third quarter. Left hand split, flanker right to the bottom. Play action by Kokel. Wants the screen. Kokel now is going to run, see what he can get. 45, and knocked off his feet at the 49-yard line. Scott again coming up to make the tackle. See Keith Wade turning around there. He was coming through hard. The defensive lineman recognized the screen and turned around and headed back upfield.
He read screen about halfway to the quarterback and stopped and turned around and went back. The screen was well covered on that side, on the left side. Kokel splits 2 tacklers here, gets out around the corner to pick up some yards, about 5 yards.
It's at the 49. Third down, 8. Shotgun. Kokel throws. Man wide open at the 40-yard line, and Kokel puts it on the money. Manningham. Ballard making the tackle
He hooked Ballard up at about 6 to 8 yards and ran a post cut in, a corner pattern rather, in behind him.
Manningham just a sophomore.
Oh, yeah, but he scored, what, 4 touchdowns in the last game these two teams played. It's the catch at the 40. Ballard on the hit.
8:55, third quarter. Tie game 7-7, but Harding moving the football. They've got 2 tight ends. Shotgun. And run all the way by Kokel. Kokel to the 33, maybe the 32.
All the plays that in a Harding offense, all the plays that the tailback can run, the quarterback can run also. All he has to do is take a fake and keep the football, and he can run the same play as the tailback.
Well, he gets tailback blocking for him also.
Yeah, gets the tailback blocking there, the pulling guard helping. Kokel gets up inside, picks up about 7 yards.
That's the 33-yard line. They need the 30 for first down with 8:08 clock moving. The offset eye. Kokel looking right, throwing, and threw it into the dirt. Or I guess there's no dirt here. Threw it into the turf, headed for Manningham.
Threw it into the frozen plastic.
Yeah, it is getting a little bit icy down there. Dan Belford was tell us. Just a reminder, we'll be choosing the Tim's Tavern catch of the day at the end of the game. Tim's Tavern, famous for fish. 7-7 with 8 minutes to go in the third. Third down, 3 for Harding. Trips to the bottom, the right side. And run all the way by Kokel, and great defensive play. Tigers all over him for Massilion, number 34, leading that charge, Marquise Johnson.
They were unbalanced trips to the right that time and tried to run the option out of the shotgun, and Massilion just stoned it. They had the pitch man, they had people on the quarterback, and just defense to play really well.
It's going to be 4th down, and they're ended up punting it on football at the 35.
Well, this ostensibly this could be a fake.
Ostensibly, what was that word again?
Thinking wise.
Man, from sheen to ostensibly, whatever that word is.
Thinking wise, this could be a fake.
I would think they take the gamble. Probably pooch it, try to pin them back. Kokel's your punter. Shoots it for the sideline. 10, 5. Oh, my goodness. They're going to pin the Tigers back at the 5-yard line. We're back after we take this timeout. It's at the 5-yard line. The Tigers take over. First down and 10. They're going to throw it.
Oh,
right sideline. No, he had him open and didn't get him.
Woo, was he open?
Well, Matt Martin probably saying, can I have that one back? Tuffy Woods was just roaring down the right sideline.
Makes a little draw fake here, and Tuffy Woods comes wide open down the sideline. Nobody on him.
There's Martin in that first half, putting it up 18 times. That was his 19th attempt. They have struggled running the ball against this Warren defense. Shotgun. Martin standing at his goal line. And, hey, we got a flag. Number 3 move.
That's what our guy in the truck says. He says Ashcraft jumped.
We haven't seen one of those yet tonight. Procedure call on the Tigers. They had quite a few the first half.
It's going to put him back on the 2.5. Be interesting to see if Harding Raiders here bring some strong pressure looking for a safety.
Second down, 12-13. Barton's going to go under center. Play action to Johnson. Throwing right side. It is, oh, Phillips had it, couldn't hold it to the 27. They were trying to get it into the hands of Terrence Roddy.
He's got that back coming out of the backfield, and nobody seems to pick him up until way late. I don't know if it's because a linebacker has him or what, but they make a play action fake right here, and Roddy is wide open. A little bit ago, Tuffy Woods was wide open. Here Phillips gets over and covers the deeper cut.
They'll score Ceto with that replay when you're on the go. They're going to quick kick it, hoping to get some field position back. Going to bounce down the sideline and got a good Massilion roll. It's going to be, there's the 45. It goes across to the 44. We're back after this timeout. On the downtown Ford scoreboard, 7-7. Nothing here in the second half. Both touchdowns in that first half. This is a run all the way by Phillips, and they defense that very well. They'll get about a yard to the 6-yard line.
Phillips wanted to take that one off tackle, and somebody stepped up in a Tiger stepped up in a hole. He had to bounce it outside, and then the outside linebacker made the hit.
Give him a yard. Second down and 9. 6:08. Clock moving. Third quarter here at the Rubber Bowl. Jim Johnson, Ed Glass, Dan Belford, Frank Stallone with you, and the image video crew. Glad you folks are with us watching. Manningham will go to the top of your screen. Got a slot to the right, the bottom, and a shotgun for Phillips. Fake to Davis. Phillips keeps it. Got a seam, 50 down to the 47-yard line of the Tigers before Marquis Scott grabs him and brings him down.
Phillips getting up slow. He landed on the football here. This has the same effect in this offense as a counter play. They take the ball to the running back going to the left, and the quarterback keeps it going to the right.
Well, we got 4 substitutions being made by Warren with a 3rd down and 2 coming up.
It's going to be short yardage. They've got to get to the line and get this play run, or they're going to have to call timeout.
Comes the 5th substitution in.
Yeah, they're going to have to call time.
Warren, timeout. Coming up November 29th and 30th at Fossa Stadium and Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. These could be your seats for the OHSAA State Championship games. Call 330-458-2084, Stark County Convention and Visitors Bureau, and order your tickets. 6 championship games in Stark County. Always a great time and some great football. And the Massilion Tigers might be one of those teams there. One of these 2 teams will be there, along with the Findlay and Cincinnati Elder.
Elder was winning at the half, 21-14. 27-14 in the 3rd quarter as we're doing this broadcast. If you'll know by the time you see this what the score was, the final.
All right, 3rd down and 2 for Warren Harding with 5:04 to go in the 3rd. 5 front defensively for the Tigers. And Phillips. Crable coming, throws, caught. Alexander out of bounds at the 41-yard line. That will be a 1st down.
3rd and short yardage. They threw the football. Had the guy open deep, but ended up going to the flat. They could pick up the short 1st down.
And a mark it at the 40, 1st down for the Raiders.
Make the stretch play. Put the ball in the flat.
Now they haven't thrown too much tonight, but that one, a big one. Warfield's going to go along with Manningham to the left of the formation. 4:58 left in the 3rd. Shotgun.
Harding unbalanced to the left.
That's Warfield gone in motion. They fake to Davis. Pressure's coming. Steps up. Throws deep. That is Davis. And
good.
Incomplete.
Got his hand in there right at the end. Relford knocked the ball away.
So Davis out of the backfield.
Got Davis running the wheel route down the sideline. Phillips does a nice job here stepping up and avoiding the pass rush. They got Davis running that wheel route down the sideline. Warfield ran the post cut.
Now, there's the passing attack by Phillips tonight. They're doing it mostly on the ground. Give to Davis, 36-yard line. That was a second down and 10 situation. Alexander is getting up limping for Warren, and they're going to take a timeout here to tend to him. We'll be back after this timeout. On the downtown Ford scoreboard, 7-7. Alexander appears to be okay now, coming off to the sidelines.
They have just had a leg cramp.
Warren, the home team tonight. Massillon, the visiting team. 4:39 in the third. A big third down coming up for the Raiders. Third down and 6. 7-7. Out of the eye. Phillips is going to play act. Pressure's coming. Going to run, runs into his own man, and gives Wade a chance to grab him and pull him down.
He had a big play going if he hadn't run into his own blocker. He was going out the backside of the pass rush, and there wasn't anybody there. Wade grabbed him after he ran into his own guy. Play action fake to the tailback. He wants to go deep. It's not open. He starts to cut to his left, and he's got room to run. But he runs right into big number 75.
Kokel to punt. Standing at his 50 with 3:49. Clock moving in the third. Relford back at his 13. Head for the sidelines. Hits the 10, 5, and makes it into the end zone. So the Tigers get a break there. And they'll come out to the 20-yard line. First down and 10. Trying to get something going. CCI and SBC Ameritech teaming up with 1480 WHBC to recognize a player of the game from each team. And we'll choose those players of the game at the end of the broadcast. Great folks at CCI and SBC Ameritech will give each player a plaque and a letter of recognition, plus $100 going to the winning team. School's Athletic Fund. That's from CCI and SBC Ameritech, the stars of communication. We appreciate their sponsorship throughout the year. This will be our last TV replay. Handoff, Ricky Johnson. Boy, he is popped right there. 62 for Warren Harding. Put his shoulder pad in and took him down. That is LeVar Allen, 282-pound senior.
I think Allen comes off clean here, like unblocked.
He's only about 5'8", so probably tough to get under and block. So the ball at the 20, no gain, second down and 10. Ricky Johnson's probably wondering what he's got to do to bust something here tonight. Devin Jordan in motion. And Martin's going to look away and go. Johnson out of the backfield, and Johnson's out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
Well, that's that cut out of the backfield that they haven't been able to cover because they're trying to cover it with an inside linebacker. The short route. They don't need to go deep with this because the safety on that side gets over and stops the deep pattern, but they don't get out there fast enough to stop that flat cut.
Third down with 2:49 in the third. Tigers need 3 for a first down. Jordan in motion. Martin looking back to the right side. Oh, ice trap gone over the middle. The ball a little bit behind him. Stephon, if he'd been able to grab it, would have had the first down, but the ball a little bit behind him.
Might have had a lot more than a first down. He had an opportunity there. If he caught that ball, he was going to go off to the races. It's coming from left to right underneath the linebackers.
You're right.
Nobody out there.
So a little bit behind, incomplete for Martin, and a punting situation for Massillon. Schaefer will stand at his 12-yard line.
After that first punt, Massillon has continued to kick the ball out of bounds. This is their first punt, isn't it, of the second half?
First punt of the second half? Yep.
They're going to keep it in bounds. Second.
Kick it to 35. And good coverage downfield.
Well, there's an 35 for the Tigers. They got the punt covered and got him on the ground.
Thaddeus Walker trying to find some room to run. Could not do so. key is to get the ball in the air to get your coverage team downfield.
Yeah, you got to get enough height on the ball. Schaefer had a little wind. Well, I don't know. At this stadium, it's tough to tell because both streamers off the top of the posts are blowing in towards the field and towards the middle. Don't know where the wind's blowing. Usually it blows to the open end, though.
3, 4, 5. That's what, 6 punts for the Tigers tonight. No? Oh, I got the wrong sheet. Play action by the Raiders. Pass outside, caught at the 40-yard line to the 44-yard line. That's James Johnson out of the backfield.
Waggle pass, make the tailback left. Got the fullback out in the flat to the right.
Coco, the quarterback on this series. We've seen a lot of substitutes. Well, 3 that time.
Both teams substitute fairly liberally. And most teams do anymore in 2002. They play a lot of people because they don't want anybody in there that's tired. When you've got depth, you can do that.
Well, you substitute for situations, don't you? Because it's 2nd down and 1, so they go to the eye, and they give it to the fullback, who has been Alexander. Who is that?
It's Alexander
Number
again.
5.
Yeah. I think when he went out, he had a little bit of a leg cramp in his calf. That evidently has gone away. He picks up the 1st down.
At the 46. 1st down, 11. And what's Massilion have, Frank? Frank Salone, our stat man. 11 1st downs for Warren Harding, and the Tigers have 6. We have 1:37 clock moving here in the 3rd at the Rubber Bowl.
Harding's going unbalanced left with twins.
Kokel, Masucci started to cut and slipped just a bit. Got a yard, maybe 2. Here, Dan Belford, one of those reports, mentioned that it's getting a little bit slippery now.
Yeah, he said particularly towards the sidelines, it seems to be creeping toward the middle, and that time Masucci's foot went out from under him. Tried to make the cut.
For Bell Store, Ceto will take another look at this.
They tried to run back to the 2-man blocking side here. They had unbalanced to the left and wanted to run back into the 2-man side. Didn't gain much, about a yard.
Bell Store, Ceto, and you're on the go. 2nd down. And we'll say 9. Coco Pro, sideline. Warfield made the catch inside Massillon territory, about the 47, 48-yard line, and Relford right there to make the tackle.
Ran a hitch pattern into the boundary. Good safe throw.
They seem to be throwing a lot more this half, are they? Frank, they did in the 1st half. We'll check with them. 8 times this half, and they threw how many times the 1st half? 8 times. So they've thrown 8 times in the 3rd quarter. 15 seconds left in the 3rd. 3rd down and 3. Maybe another passing situation. Kokel looks, throws, across the middle, caught at the 40-yard line.
Well, he threw that right into the blitz, right into the face of Crable. Came off on a blitz clean, and I thought was going to tackle him. Here you see Kokel with the ball, and there's Crable, and he just throws it under his arm.
Manningham makes the catch, and Ballard makes the tackle. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. 7-7, but Harding on the move at the Massillon 40. We're back with the 4th period after this timeout. Well, here you can see on the downtown Ford scoreboard, we got the defenses controlling and some mistakes for the offense. 7-7. And the Finley-Elder game, again, it's over when you're watching this, but in the 4th quarter, it's now a 31-27. Finley's up back on top.
Well, that's the score we announced was a 2-touchdown difference in favor of Elder. Wow.
And the winners meet next Saturday night.
Must be warmer down there.
In Columbus, I don't know. Ohio State played there today, and it looked a little cool. In fact, I think 3 of the playoff games got snowed out last night. Western Ohio, that area, had 6 inches of snow. All right, here we go with Harding 1st down and 10 at the Massillon 47-7 game. Starting period number 4 with a give to Masucci. Masucci cuts it back and to the 37. He'll get 3. 2nd down, 7 coming up. 3 for the orange-clad Tigers make the tackle. Vogel, Crable there. I think one of the games has been rescheduled for Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. I was just going to say that. I think it's a Division 6 game, maybe.
Well, Dean just said that's correct. played in Mogador, who scored a couple of touchdowns in the last 3.5 minutes on Friday night at Central Catholic Stadium to beat Newark Catholic. Second down for the Raiders. Shotgun. Kokel. Throw. Sideline. Deep and incomplete. Relford running with Warfield. 34-31. Elder just scored to go back up. Man, that must be a game at Crew Stadium. We got the Elder assistant coach. I don't have his name, which I apologize for. He played at Miami of Florida. In fact, we almost got a fist fight between Frank Salona, grad of Ohio State, and this young man. Not really, but
Frank would have lost that one.
Yeah, he would. All right, third down for Warren Harding. Pressure coming. Little swing out pass. Masucci, 35, and a great open field tackle by Mr. John Crable at the 37-yard line. So fourth down, and again, Tom McDaniels has a thought here. Do you punt it, pin him back again, or try for it? This fourth and about 7.
He's going to punt it. He swing Masucci out of the backfield, and Crable's right there to make the tackle.
8th play of the drive, but this is going to be a punt.
With 6, with 7.
Last time it went into the end zone, the Tigers got it out at the 20-yard line. 10:27 to go in the ball game. As this one looks like it's going to right down to the wire. Tigers look like they're coming after this one. They pick it up. There's the boot, and too strong into the end zone. Kokel's not happy with himself. We'll be back after we take this timeout. It's the Tigers' ball at their 20. Martin to throw. Wide open. Ricky Johnson couldn't hang on to it. And Ricky puts his hands on his helmet like, oh. That would have been a first down. So we go back.
Might have been a TD. That's that same cut I've been talking about. Is that Alexander has him man-to-man going to the sideline. And he looked at the play-action fake. And Johnson was wide open. And dropped the football.
Yeah, there's no one that would have got an angle on him.
He's gone. Coach McDaniels was just all over Alexander down here on the sideline, trying to get him to read that key.
Second down 10. Tigers, they've dropped a couple like that tonight. But it's still 7-7. Martin dropping, looking, throwing. Deep left side. It's up for grabs and incomplete at the 47-yard line. Relford and Ashcraft both there together. Almost picked up.
Antoine Molden back here almost has an interception, but also on the rebound, it was almost a catch.
Yeah, Relford. Well, now they're third down coming up for Massilion, back at the 20-yard line, and Rick Sheffis has called a timeout. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. There's the numbers of Matt Martin. He's had a couple of drops. On the playoff situation, it's been a tight win over St. Ignatius. They stripped the ball to hang in there. They kick a field goal at the end to beat Lakewood St. Ed. The Mentor game was 14-7, so Harding has been in some very close playoff games. The Tigers, fairly easy time over Hoover. They got up big early, and the Vikings just couldn't get back in it.
A really tight ball game against
Pickering. Was that something else?
Yeah.
And then Pickerington last week for the first half was up in the air, and then Massillon sort of took over in the second half. So I guess both ball clubs used to the pressure, and we'll see how this one develops. Field position, Harding got the advantage a bit here. There's your total offensive plays by Frank Salona. So the Raiders with an advantage there.
Harding has had time of possession in the second half. They just haven't been able to score. They haven't been able to get much beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, it's third down. Big play. Ashcraft in motion. Martin takes the snap, looking left all the way, throws, and into coverage. Devin Jordan, the intended receiver. And right there with the tight, good coverage for Harding was Prescott Burgess, who did not play in that regular season game.
Martin gets some heat right here from the defensive tackle. Burgess makes the play to knock it down. guy applying the pressure there was LeVar Allen.
Tigers to punt. Frank just pointed out just one penalty in the second half, a 2-yard penalty. After all those, about 14 in the first half.
It looked like confetti flying around here in the first half.
Well, field position. Harding's trying to get it. Schaefer with a punt that they let roll. Hit at the 40. And the Tigers will not give up great field position to Warren Harding at the 33 for the Altman Health Foundation. Let's go down on the sidelines to Dan Belford.
Hey, thanks, Josh. Let's watch as Warren goes to offense. On the last series, they were working Warfield long down the sideline. It looks like they're trying to create an opportunity on the far side of the field to Manningham, who's going up man-to-man against Ballard. That could shake out to be very interesting in the waning moments of this ball game. Back up to you.
All right, Bells, thank you for the Altman Health Foundation. That report, Frank tells me 47 yards on that punt. And we're down to 9:42 left in the ball game. 7-7, all the scoring in the first half. Warren the first quarter. Tigers second quarter. Phillips your quarterback. 5 front defensively. Crable up there for the Tigers. And Phillips looks to throw. Pressure coming up the middle. And he got away from one. And will throw incomplete. Crable finally came up with the pressure, but the initial pressure is by 34 of the Tigers, Marquise Johnson. And then Marquise Watkins put some pressure. Bells, what you got for us?
Well, just a comment, guys. What we were saying before that play is sending Warfield in motion, giving him the look long, and work Manningham. Manningham gave a look to the sideline to Ballard. He took it. He went to the middle of the field. If it wasn't for the pressure, Warren had 6 points in that game if he could throw the ball.
Yeah, I agree. He was wide open, and Marquise Johnson got to him and forced him out of the pocket.
Under center, Phillips now. They'll give it to Davis, and Davis find nowhere to go. Sean Crable's out there to bring him down about the 34-yard line. Maybe a yard. Second 9. There's the clock, 9:16, and counting down in the fourth quarter. 7-7. Which of these teams will play for a state championship next Saturday night at Boston Stadium in the Division I title game?
I think I gave the wrong name on the guy that put the pressure on. I think that was Reggie McCullough.
Third down. Shotgun. Run all the way. And nowhere to go. Vogel's got him up high. But again, coming in with some good penetration was Marquise Johnson.
3 and out is not what the Raiders wanted on that. They needed to get a couple first downs and change that field position. Now they're going to be punting off their own 35 and probably put the Tigers in pretty good field position.
As you look at part of the crowd here tonight, I thought that might have been the Warren Harding side. There's how the game has progressed. Nobody scoring in the second half. Kokel at his 21-yard line. Which team will break through? Crable with some pressure, but Kokel hammers this one. Relford back at the 23-yard line. And Relford has really played well in handling kicks like that. Will grab it, fair catch at the 23.
It's a good punt. Put him back to the 23.
It's at the 23 for the Tigers as they go back to their offense. 7-7. Exactly 8 minutes to go in the game. Tigers trips to the left of the formation. Shotgun for Martin. Pressure's coming. Throws. Whoop! Tipped and incomplete. My goodness. Masucci almost had that one picked off. Relford was over there along with Helsel. And for Ceto Bell Stores, we'll take a look at this one.
Harding brought a linebacker, McCready's, up the pipe here. Number 3, putting the pressure, which forces Martin to throw early and overthrow the pass.
Trying to get Relford there. Bell Store Citgo brought you that replay when you're on the go. We've got 7:53. Once this game's over, traffic jam. We'll try to be on the go and go home. The Tigers hope to go home with a win. Martin back. Screen coming. Let's see. Throws, caught, 26-yard line.
Hope read that one, stayed at home, did not rush the quarterback, and when the screen developed, he stepped in from the outside and made the tackle.
Ricky Johnson with the catch.
Probably one of those halftime adjustments I was talking about is that somebody has to hang back and look for the middle screen. That's what Hope did that time and made the hit.
Third down coming up, and 7 for the Tigers.
Those two middle screens the Tigers ran in the first half were very effective for them, but not this half.
Get tripped to the left of the formation. Here comes the Raiders, throwing it deep. Incomplete.
Big time heat. Alexander coming.
7:07 left to go. And the Tigers getting ready to kick it back to the Raiders. And the Warren people giving their defense.
Well, field position could change radically here if they can force some kind of a bad punt. I always like to rush the punter in these situations to get him to pull his toe up and get off a bad kick. That a lot of times is just as good as blocking it.
Ricky Johnson in a regular season meeting at 100 yards rushing against Harding. And tonight, what's Ricky got, Frank? As with 5 yards rushing. There's the kick. And it'll be fielded, fumbled, fallen on. About the 45-yard line, the 46-yard line. Walker coming up.
Field position now has changed in the favor of Warren Harding. They have the ball at the 46-yard line.
We have 6:59 to go. And Harding for the offense from their 46. Well, if you're a football fan and you've got the Buckeyes on Saturday, you were biting your nails off through that one, and now
this is the second game a day I've bit my nails the whole time. I don't care who wins this, but the Ohio State game, I care a lot.
Handoff. Davis stopped at the 45. Powers maybe over a yard at the 46. Got back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, these two defenses are just playing a great football game. People get blocked and don't stay blocked. They come off of their blocks and flow to the football and make tackles. Both teams leaving their heart out on the field.
Well, you got quickness on both sides, and the quick defenses right now are negating the quick, skilled people. You get the ball to somebody.
Both teams got to hope they break a big play or get a big break someplace.
Second down, 10. Forefront defensively for the Tigers. Kokel, your quarterback for the Raiders. Pitch. Davis, I thought he was going to pull up and throw it. That's Graves in there, pulled him down at the 42-yard line.
Went unbalanced and ran that toss sweep, and again, linebacker fired right up the football field, got into play.
So Davis going to lose a little bit here. What's Davis got, Frank? 18 carries, 55 yards. And Ricky Johnson, we told you, just 5 yards carrying. So Davis is finding it tough against the Tiger defense. 5:35, clock moving. Each team with 2 timeouts. Harding looking at a big third down at about 14. And Kokel tries to get those 14, whips it, and it is intercepted at the 39.
McConnell tried to run the quick post. Threw it too far inside, and McConnell just right there on the money, made the hit, made the catch.
Now Bell Store Citgo replay coming up here for you.
They run a quick post to the wideout. The ball is thrown too far inside.
Great catch.
Manningham trying to run that pattern.
Bell Store Citgo when you're on the go. In motion, Ashcraft. Tigers now will see if they can do some of their offense. This is Roddy. And look at the Harding defense. Answer right back. Coming through there. McCready. Wow.
Scraping off on the pitch. Hand off to Roddy, going wide to the left. McCready scrapes off and makes the tackle.
Frank Salona just told me Massilion has 10 yards rushing for the game. Timeout, Massilion. 5:04 to go. It's 7-7.
I smell OT.
You
Think something's got to happen, huh?
you'd think it would, but I don't know. I mean, there are so many playmakers on each side of this football.
They aren't making plays. There's so many defenders that are right there with them. I still think if Massillon runs Johnson out of the backfield, they've got a chance of throwing that ball short and letting him run with it.
Well, Massillon one timeout. There's your rushing numbers for the game.
My goodness. 126 to 10.
Laurie Carey on Chiron tonight, putting those numbers up from front. Tells a big story to our viewers as you look into the Massillon offense, and they're looking at 2nd down and 12. They've just been unable to run the football. And Harding is running a little bit better. And you go to the passing numbers, and you just kind of turn it around.
150 to 69 in favor of the Tigers.
Well, Massillon, 2nd down, 12. And this is Himes in there. Takes it, runs it. First time we've seen him tonight, and with that carry.
Got 2 quarterbacks in the backfield business, and they don't know which one they're going to snap it to. Himes is a real scooter with that football. They snapped it to him, and he ran out around the corner.
You got Brock Himes, number 7 on defense, and that is Steve Himes.
Both quarterbacks in the backfield again.
I think Harding looking for that or something from him. Ricky Johnson goes in motion again. It's to Steve Himes, who's going to run the ball and stumbles ahead about the 48-yard line. Oh, first down? I don't think so.
About a yard short.
That was a 3rd down play, and the clock's running at 4:21 to go. As you can see it there, it's stopped now at 4:21.
No, I think they're going to go for it. Here's Himes with the football. He's got speed. He cuts it upfield. He's also got fresh legs. He hasn't been playing.
That balance got him 4 yards there. What do you see down there, Daniel?
Well, just to add to what Coach was saying, he thinks they're going to go for it. If they are short here, we'll see. But Coach Shepis had mentioned earlier in the week, if we get in 4th and under 4 situations, he said this is 4th and go for it time of the season. He said he would gauge it on how well his defense is playing. If they're playing strong and it's 4th and less than 4, we're going to go for it every time. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, they'll go for that. They need a football. Yep, length of a football at most.
Well, if they get stuffed right here,
yeah,
could be the ball game.
Well, you were head coach for 114 years. What would you do?
Oh, I'd go for it. Yeah, I wouldn't have any problem with that. I was a gambler. I went for it against Cincinnati Moeller on my own 13.
And the results were?
We won the ball game.
Okay. All right, the Tigers. 4th down. Harding stacking it in on defense. They need a football length and a good surge. I think he's got it definitely. Offensive line got off the ball. Martin followed his right guard up in there.
Quarterback wedge. Good call.
First down. Big first down. 4-13.
Didn't take the ball back off the line of scrimmage and try to hand it to somebody. Just went straight ahead.
And Matt Martin's no small young man of 213 pounds.
Big enough to get that kind of yardage anytime.
Clock at 4:07 and moving here in the 4th quarter. 7-7. Shotgun. Martin gives to Roddy. Roddy 50 and taken down. Their ground game really struggling against a very quick Harding defense.
I think one thing you have to think about here too is that a field goal can win this. Both teams have good field goal kickers, but
you got to get down around the 20 to give them a pretty good shot.
About the 20-yard line. Give him a 37-yard shot.
Gain of 1, 2nd down 9, 3:34. Roddy in motion. This is Himes, and can he get the corner? No. 47-yard line.
Prescott Burgess coming up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Tackled by number 4,
Quarterback sweep all the way.
Scoreboard clock telling you the story right there.
Gain of 3 yards on the play.
Himes goes out of the game.
Play coming in from Coach Shepis. 3rd down and 6.
Try to run some kind of a possession cut here, I would guess. Something to pick up the first.
Devin Jordan has been quiet tonight as a receiver. Snap to Martin, looking, throwing, and it is cut. There's Jordan down at the 32-yard line.
That's his favorite cut. They finally ran it. They hadn't run it all night. They get that double slot. They bring Helsel across underneath. They bring Jordan behind him. Throw it over Helsel's head right into Jordan.
How many catches for Jordan, Frank? That's his second. But what a big one that one was. Both his catches, possession, first down grab.
Himes back in at quarterback.
He takes the snaps, going to run it, and cut down at the 29.
16, Steve Himes, the ball carrier.
We have 2:23. Clock moving as you see it right there. And it's at the Warren 29-yard line. Second down, 7. Gain of 3.
9 yards away from field goal territory.
Number 30 coming in, Tuffy Woods. And Tuffy Woods wants a timeout. That, I think, is the last one for Massilion. Stops the clock, 1:59 left to go. And we'll take a timeout and come back. On the downtown Ford scoreboard, 7-7. What was this game, Coach? A pick-em ball. And it's been that. 1:59 to go. The Tigers down at the 29 of Warren. Trying to get something out of this and play again on Saturday night. Himes will take the snap. It's going to be a run all the way. He's to the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, down to the 4-yard line.
What a difference he's been in this offense. Him running the football out of the shotgun has just torn a big hole in the Raider defense.
Well, Bellstor Ceto will show you that one again.
This is just one-on-one blocking, and he's kind of
good blocking.
Martin went up and tried to block a linebacker. Himes has just got good speed and weaves his way all the way to the 3.5, 4-yard line.
Now you go back on that one and give all your linemen lollipops. They had a great block on about everybody.
Well, they got a hat on a hat.
Now Martin under center. If the Tigers just don't turn it over, they give it to Ricky Johnson. Down near the goal line, did not get in. But I'm telling you, he's a couple of inches away.
About the 6-inch line right there. Ground level shot of that play. Here it comes. Cracks it in there, and he's, wow, right down to the 1-foot line here.
Well, we've got a timeout taken by Harding. 1:16 to go. And Harding probably thinking that it's going to be tough to keep Massilion out of there. We've got to get the ball back and see if we can get upfield. But Harding now with just 1 timeout left. Massilion is out of timeouts. The Raiders with 1 left. We've got 1:16 left in the game as Rick Shepard will gather his charges around him.
Well, I think we'll see another quarterback sneak with Martin. Martin's big enough, strong enough that if he wedges straight ahead with his offensive lineman, he can get in the end zone.
Well, Cincinnati Elder will be in the championship game next Saturday night. They have beaten Findlay 34-31. And here the Tigers just trying to get 6 more points and get the lead here. You can see the shot there, and here we go. Out of the eye.
Yep.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
No, my goodness.
Procedure.
Procedure call. They'll knock him back out to the 5.5.
That's only the second penalty, right? Dan, you're down at the goal line. What's going on down there?
Well, it's the problems they've had tonight on the procedure calls. The man in motion, the man who turned up too quick and went into the line of scrimmage. Official was right there and never hesitated through the flag.
So now the ball goes back to the 5-yard line.
What Harding has to do here is try to create a fumble. They've got to hit the ball. Got to knock the ball loose.
That's the 5 in front of the tip of the football. So if he'd have scored, he'd have got a 1-yard run. Now they score, they get a 5-yard run. 11th play of this drive. See what the Tigers elect to do. Second down and goal from the 5. Out of the eye. Give Ricky Johnson the corner. He is going to go in. Touchdown.
And the stretch.
Tigers with the lead with 1:11 to go in the football game. Now we will tell you, if Massillon hangs in here, that we'll have it on 1480.
Two tights, they shuffle motioned into a wing, got a double team out there on the defensive outside linebacker, and Johnson took it to the pylon for the score.
Del Store Sitco bringing you that replay. Schaefer, the point after, drills it through the upright. So 1:11 to go in the ball game. It's now the Massillon Tigers 14, Warren Harding 7. And if you're a Massillon fan or just a Stark County fan and you want to see the Tigers maybe play for a state title, these could be your seats at Boston Stadium next Saturday night. Call the Stark County Convention and Visitors Bureau, 330-458-2084. The Ohio High School State Athletic Association Championship games. 3 title games at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium and 3 at Boston Stadium. Well, I was going to try to tell you, this is our last TV telecast. We've had some nice comments from the kids throughout the year, especially Massillon now in the playoffs. They have some memories to keep, but the Division I state finals into the hands of ONN, exclusive rights. But we will have the Massillon game that they hang on to make it to the title game on 1480 radio on Saturday night. They kick it at 8, so we'll be on the air at 7:40. Well, do you kick this one, top it, let it bounce down the field?
Oh, that's what they've got to do. Yeah, they don't want to run the risk of kicking it deep. They haven't had trouble defending kickoffs tonight, but you know, historically they've had immense problems defending Warren Harding kickoff punt returns and stuff earlier in the year, and they had a big punt return against them tonight. So I would guess, unless they know Schaefer can kick this ball in the end zone, what they're going to do is bounce it.
62 yards, 11 plays. Up, they're going to hammer it. And it's going to be grabbed at the 14-yard line. Manningham, he's the one that hurt him during the season, and he's out to the 45-yard line.
That surprised me. I did not think they'd put that ball in the air. It was an easy return kick.
Mario Manningham
Popped it up high. He caught it at about the 13. Perfect return ball as far as a return team is concerned, no matter who you are. And he almost gets out of here.
Wow.
Finally get him on the ground at the 45.
Well, Harding has got the capabilities. We got 1:03 to go. The Tiger defense will try to put the stoppers here. And I would think Harding will go upstairs with it. We got a flag dropped by the back judge. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 12 guys for Massillon on the field.
Third time tonight.
Wow.
Balls for the 50.
Third time. Ball goes to midfield. What was it, Ohio State on Saturday afternoon? Made the stop, then 3 I-back rushes, kick it back to Michigan and hang on. Now here are the Tigers trying to hang on. It's Kokel at quarterback. They are 50 yards away from maybe tying this. Crable's coming after Kokel, steps away and throws down the middle. Warfield, 35. Warfield, 30-yard line. Clock stops 53 seconds as they move the chains. Harding, 1 timeout left.
Harding did this to Lakewood St. Ed's, I think. They scored on the last play.
That was a field goal, wasn't it? Yes. And now they spiked the ball, which is... Dean just told us that field goal set up by a 65-yard pass.
Yeah, I knew it was. They came out and they had actually had like 2 plays left is all they had. And they hit a 65-yard pass and then lined up and kicked the field goal with 7 seconds left on the clock.
We got 50 seconds left in this ball game. It is 14 Massillon, 7 Warren. But if you're a Tiger fan, better strap yourself into your seat because Harding will be throwing for the end zone from the 30-yard line.
Brought Crable on the last down. This time they're going to drop him off.
Shotgun, Kokel looks, throw. And nobody's open. Good coverage by the Massillon defense.
Threw it away on purpose.
In fact, Harding didn't really have anybody deep in the pattern inside the 20. Now they're down to 2 downs after spiking the ball. This is surprised they spiked the ball.
Yeah, they got timeouts left, don't they? They had 2.
Yeah, we got them with 1.
Maybe that was not a design deal.
Kokel just did that.
Yeah, got him up there and spiked the ball in a hurry because he thought that was what he should do.
That's true. Scoreboard, that could be no timeouts left for Warren. It looks like a 1, could be half a 0. Play action, Kokel back, almost lost control. Looking, pressure, still running. Nobody's open. Now he's going to throw downfield and incomplete. Relford there defending on Warfield. You know, I think they're right in the truck. That's a 0 on the scoreboard, and the lights are out.
Yeah, they may not have any timeouts, and that's why he had to spike the ball.
All right, that was an intelligent play there.
Buckle trying to find somebody to throw it to, and the coverage is good. Tigers have enough pressure to make him roll out of the pocket. He finally just throws it down the sideline, intended, I think, for Warfield out here.
Yeah, he was there, and that's McConnell.
4th down.
32 seconds. They need 10 yards. Low snap. Kokel back. Looks, throws. Got a man at the 17-yard line.
Now they got to get up.
That is Stella.
1st down. The clock should stop until they move the chains.
25 seconds left to go. Harding at the 17-yard line. And now he'll spike it again, which he did intelligently the first time.
Yeah,
we thought
that was our error. We thought there were, according to the scoreboard, that there were timeouts left, but there aren't.
22 seconds. And it's at the 17. We have had some dandies in the playoffs, haven't we?
This is the only place against any kind of a soft prevent style defense you're going to find a hole, and that's over the middle underneath the safeties.
2nd down 10. Harding at the Massillon 17 with 22 seconds left. No one has left. Out of the eye. Play action. Here comes Crable. Kokel throws. Got a man wide open. Touchdown, Warfield.
Ran a post cut. Nobody covered him.
Harding has come back to get within 1 point with 17 seconds to go.
Jermaine Warfield ran a quick post. He got a little play action fake there, which at this point in the game shouldn't hold anybody. Crable coming hard from the outside. Warfield's all alone. Nobody there.
Well, now, big extra point coming up. They're not going to go for 2 in the win. These are high school young men out there, and the pressure is on. They need the extra point to tie it up. Snap, spot, kick, up, and it is good. The extra point by Joe Spain. Now, go ahead and say it. Do you smell overtime?
Oh, my goodness.
Harding.
14, he got the ball with, 1:11 to go, and went 55 yards in 1:11 to tie the game.
That kick return set him up at the 45, at the 5-yard penalty to the 50, and a couple of big passes. Well, the Tigers...
Why is that always the way where you see no offense for 4 quarters, and in the last 2 minutes of the game, both teams are all over the football field?
Tigers did this against Perry, come back and won the game. After Perry had scored, looked like they had the win. Massillon scores, looks like they got the win. In fact, they pulled out their ticket, the information sheet here. Harding goes down, ties it up. What you showing me? Warfield has caught 5 passes for 65 yards. First. One weekend we had Lewis Phillips at Falls and Massillon and Perry. What great games.
Yeah, one was 21-20 and the other was 23-21.
And some excellent, exciting playoff action. Well, Harding, I doubt if they go deep, not with 17 seconds and no timeouts by anybody. Just hammered. They better get on that. They better get on that. They finally do. Ashcraft grabs it about the 19-yard line.
They would have liked it to go out of bounds, but Ashcraft wasn't sure it was going to kick out of bounds, so he grabbed it, which he should have. If it went out, they would have had the ball out of the 35 and a little better field position.
Bad thing about being a play-by-play guy, sometimes you want to be a typical fan. You better get on there. We had 14 seconds left, and I would presume, trying to read Coach Rick Shepard on the far sideline there, they
certainly wouldn't want to put the ball up and suffer an interception here.
Got to take a knee.
Looks like that's what's going to happen.
And go to overtime.
Yep.
That's it. We're going to go to overtime in this Division I state semifinal here at the Rubber Bowl. We'll have the overtime action for you after we take this timeout. Here comes some pressure. Koch will throw one, and it is caught. Manningham at the 1-yard line. Well, he hurt him with the kick return that eventually set up the tying touchdown, and what a catch here.
They're unbalanced, and they faked the stretch play. Earlier on, they hit they ran this play and hit it in the flat. Now they come back and throw it to Manningham on the 2 or 1.5.
Relford on the coverage there. Now it's 1st and goal. Warren.
Stacked eye.
And Alexander got it. Barrels in near the goal line, but did not get in.
Don't see a signal. Be 2nd down.
And goal. Ball is about the half-yard line. You can see the official put it down there. It's surprising they run the fullback mostly out of this triple I instead of the tailback.
Well, they also run a toss sweep out of it.
Fumble! Ball is fallen on, I think, though, by the quarterback.
Koch fell on it in the end zone.
No signal yet. I think they're going to say he fell on it at the line of scrimmage, and I think he got pushed across the goal line. Timeout, I think, by Tom McDaniels down here. Yep, here comes the timeout call.
First pivots, tries to give it to Alexander, and the ball falls on the ground. That's a good call by the official because the recovery was made short of the goal line.
Timeout, Warren. We're going to have to wrap this in a hurry, so I'll scoot over closer to Frank here. We can start looking at some final stats, although who knows how many overtimes we're going to have here. It, again, is on the half-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and goal. Koch has come on strong in the second half. For the game, he's thrown for 131 yards. Phillips has thrown for 7, so they have 138 yards passing. On the ground, Richard Davis with 55 yards, 33 for Phillips. That's 88. Now they got just a little over 100 yards rushing the ball. Warfield's caught 5 for 65. All right, back to action here. 3rd goal.
Big play right here, 3rd down.
Sneak. And quarterback sneak, and touchdown for Warren. They waited a while before they raised those arms, the officials, and Harding has scored.
I don't think they knew who had the ball because Koch was almost clear out of the end zone.
It is now a 20-14 ball game. Warren on top. Well, Koch's had himself a heck of a second half.
Sure has. And this point is really important in overtime.
Spain hits it, drills it through. So Harding has done what they can do with their possession here in the overtime. Now the Massillon Tigers have to regroup, and they've got to find the end zone. We'll be back after this timeout. First play for Massillon as they try to get a touchdown with an extra point to tie things up. And it's going to be given off to Ricky Johnson. Johnson left side, 15, 10 out of bounds.
That's what they ran for their touchdown down at the other end, and he had a lot of room to run out to the outside. They ran it again, the stretch play. They get good blocks on the corner, get a double team on the end, Hoke. And at that point, Johnson's around the corner.
Phillips took him out there.
First down.
It's just inside the 10. Overtime, number 1. Harding has scored to lead it, 21-14. Tigers now need 10 yards to try and tie it up.
Try to go to the field with it.
Ricky Johnson, a lot of black shirts out there, and they're going to take him down for at least a yard loss at the 11th. Second and goal from there.
Tried to give him 2/3 of the football field to take that stretch play outside, but he has to wait a little bit on the handoff. At that point, of course, he may have hurried, got too far out wide, too.
It's at the 11th. Second down and goal. Massilion has to score and kick the point, or it's Warren Harding against Elder in the state title game at Fawcett next Saturday.
This could be one of those games. It's a 5 or 6 overtimes, Jim.
Couple of tight ends, a wing formation. Collins, pretty good pass receiver, breaks off the line of scrimmage. Martin's looking.
Wide open.
Throw on and incomplete.
Underthrew it.
It was intended for Collins, who came off that right side from the tight end position.
There were 2 tight ends, and they crisscrossed the tight ends. Took the left tight end to the right. Collins back here to the left. He was wide open. He just underthrew the football. If he'd have lofted it up in the air and given it a little more zip, he wouldn't have had to come back after it.
Warren Harding takes timeout. What a game. Now the Tigers have 2 snaps to get to the end zone from 11 yards out.
Got 2 tight ends crisscrossing like that down in close on the inside the 10 where your opponent's playing man-to-man probably. That's a heck of a play call.
Well, we gave you the stats we could for Warren. For Massillon, Matt Martin, that was his 30th pass tonight. He's thrown for 165 yards. Ricky Johnson has carried it 11 times for 16 yards. That's how they've defensed him. Steve Himes has been the spark plug, 5 carries, 46 yards. And he has some big carries in the touchdown drive. And Ricky Johnson has caught 4 balls for 51 yards. So that sort of summarizes where we are. 5, 9, 10 first downs for Massillon. 8, 9, 10, 11, 16 and a quick look for Warren. Here we go. Tigers need to score and kick the point. 3rd and goal. Martin back, looking, throw in, and it is caught. Collins, tight end.
They've run that all night long. That's that little play action fake in the backfield, and they had Collins on the corner route. Well-executed football play. The fake to Johnson, and they just lay it up. Tight end running a corner route all by himself.
Well, now Schaefer and the snapper and the holder, they feel that pressure to get this one through to tie it up. Snap, down, kick, up, and
no
good! Oh, my goodness! And Warren Harding has won this game, 21-20. Nothing is automatic in the game of football. We'll be back and wrap it up after we take this timeout.
You've been watching 1480 WHBC Sports High School Game of the Week. Brought to you by Downtown Ford. For price, service, and selection, come on down to Downtown Ford. By Stark Area RTA, come ride with us. By State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By CCI, your telecommunications specialist. By Don Pablo's, the real enchilada. Let go, amigo. By Terry's Tire Town, one price does it all. By Subway, the fresh and healthy choice. By Canton Christian Fellowship, equipping families to reach the world. And by Bell Stores and Citgo, when you're on the go. Listen to 1480 WHBC, your news, weather, and sports station.
21-20, Warren wins it. We got to quickly wrap this up. And we'll first look at our catch of the game. A lot of great catches brought to you by Tim's Tavern. Tremaine Warfield of Warren Harding had a super catch to, is that the one that tied this thing
Tied
up?
the ball game up, yeah. Without that one, this game's over. This is a play-action fake. Warfield ran a quick post into the end zone. Some kind of breakdown on coverage. He was all by himself. He had to lay on his back, but he caught it.
So he will get the Tim's Tavern certificate and dinner for 4 at Tim's Tavern. Congratulations to Tremaine. Down to the CCI and SBC Ameritech Players of the Game. Getting a plaque, a letter of recognition, $100 going to the Warren Harding Athletic Fund. For Massilion, a lot of good efforts, but Steve Himes sparked them.
Yeah, he took them to the touchdown that made them go up 14-7. And as far as I'm concerned, he was a big difference in the ball game.
Only in for a few snaps, but did the job for him. And for Warren Harding, you've got Manningham, you've got Warfield, but Kokel, what a second half he had at quarterback.
Yeah, threw for what, 150, 140 yards, something like that in the second half? Over 100, I know that.
And his arm, but one reason they came back. So Mike Kokel of Warren Harding, MVP for the Raiders, and Himes for the Steve Himes for Massillon. Got to run. Thanks to Image Video, Dan Belford, Frank Salona, Ed Glass, Jim Johnson saying so long from the Rubber Bowl.